rebound with 5 seconds, driving on Hezonja. Hezonja with the block! And the Knicks, on a 13-1 run, come back and defeat the Lakers. 124 to 123. Mario Hezonja returning after missing the last 12 games, blocking that last attempt by LeBron James.
Family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And you just seen it. Mario Hezonja with the big block on LeBron James to bring home the victory for the New York Knicks. And what a victory it was over the Los Angeles Lakers. Dethroned. LeBron James dethroned in Madison Square Garden. I don't even know if LeBron James holds the throne anymore. I guess he still does right now. But anyway, the New York Knicks with a very, very good win over the Los Angeles Lakers. And look, the Knicks are last placed in the NBA. Last place in the NBA. You can feel good. You can feel free to celebrate for these guys. So go ahead and celebrate. Go ahead and do it. Be happy about it. Be very happy about it. Very good win by the New York Knicks. 13-1 run. And we're going to talk about that run, but a 13-1 run. I mean, down 9 points with 2 minutes left, and they were able to come back and defeat the Los Angeles Lakers. Matinee game by the New York Knicks. Nice win. Good win. Very good win, and I feel good about it. I hope everybody feels good about it. You should feel good about it. Should feel good about it. A lot of good games by a lot of players tonight or today or this afternoon. A lot of good players, a lot of good games by our players today, man. So I'm proud of this win. I feel good about this win. I'm happy about it. I am. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm very happy about it. Very good win. We got Guermo. We got Viv in the video chat. Let me see. We got a couple other people trying to get into the video chat so we can talk about this game. I'm pretty sure people are excited. If you have not subscribe to the channel, please subscribe right now. Hit that subscription button. Ring the notification bell. You get a notification anytime that I go live. And give me a thumbs up. Share it. Share it out to everybody, man. Share it out on Facebook, Twitter, any social media that you do. Share this. Let's get everybody here with nothing but Knicks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our video chat and talk a little bit about today's victory over the Los Angeles Lakers. Again, if you've been hidden under a rock, if you're a New York Knicks fan and you've been hidden under a rock trying to stay away from James Dolan, the Knicks won today over the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and talk to Viv. Talk to Guermo. Who else we got jumping in the chat right now? We got Karim in the chat. Let's go ahead and talk to these guys about very nice win by the New York Knicks. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. Fellas, you're here today. I'm glad you stayed up to get on with me. I couldn't get on earlier in the day. So I'm glad you're here with me. Let's talk New York Knicks, man. Let's get to it. Viv, I'm coming to you, man. What's up with you?
What's going on, Sim?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, it's what was it? This is I came back. I wasn't on Friday because I was at they had a watch party thing.
Yeah.
I ran into Mark there, so we chopped it up for a little bit.
Okay, cool, nice. Mark was there. That's what's up, man.
But coming off that game, right? Where we were pretty much lifeless. We scored 83 points. And there was pretty much nothing positive to look out for, that came out of that game. It was good to see the team start off really well in the first quarter. I mean, the 41 points, that was like a season high. And then they were able to have that, second jolt of energy in the second half, especially the fourth quarter.
Right.
So it's good to see. Was it the prettiest basketball? No, but, hey, we eked it out there, and we had a nice little victory, and it feels good for the players. This schedule is not a great schedule for a young team like us. way too many. We've had so many stretches. I think last week, 2 weeks, whatever. We'd have one home game, and then we'd go back on the road for like 3 games, and come back home, and then we'd just be on and off on the road. It just wouldn't be funny. So this schedule's been rough, and the fact that we're gonna have a 6-game home stretch after the game tomorrow against Toronto, I think it'll probably make a little bit of difference in the way we play. But the team should be pretty. They should be pretty encouraged with the victory overall.
Yeah. I think if I was them tonight, well, earlier today I would have went out and celebrated a little bit. Because I
they would. I think they were going on a flight. So if anything, they're probably gonna celebrate in Toronto.
I would have had some kind of a team dinner or something like that. I don't mean celebrate like going out to party, but some kind of a team dinner. Just for getting.
Oh, no doubt, yeah.
Just for having a nice win, because we had lost 8 straight. We didn't want the slide to go like it did before earlier in the season where it was 18. We wanted to go ahead and get us a nice win, so we got us a nice win. And the season is winding down, and it's nice to get us a win. Let's go to Guillermo, see what Guillermo has to say, man.
Yeah, good win, man. It's a statement win, man, especially after what LeBron did last year with the whole being in New York, or I love playing here type of thing, man. It's fun to see him get washed up. I'm pretty sure you heard me and Viv talk about, but I love what Walt Clyde Frazier said, man. Like, take it back to that old school, criticize these guys who are basically giving themselves titles but not working with the team, man. It was embarrassing. Even just as a basketball fan, it was embarrassing what LeBron did, sitting away from the guys on his team. And you could just tell that, that aura of him being this, larger-than-life figure in basketball, the players most likely don't see it. Not everybody sees it. So it was just disappointing to see. It was just kind of disgusting, kind of like, ugh, just whatever. But I was happy, man. Hezonja, DSJ, some of these guys, man, they play with some integrity. They play with some heart in terms of, you're not going to just come here and step on us. Like, he gave LeBron the look, do something. Even though it was after the game was already done. So I appreciate that, man. But, one guy that I get mad at that I wish we had earlier, man, is not because of just this game, is DJ, man. DJ had a absurd game today, man. Like, you saw passing, and I mean, I haven't seen, not say it was the greatest of passing, but that's the type of passing you saw from Kyle O'Quinn. The big man not just doing that stupid handoff kind of thing, letting guys cut around and kind of getting it to the guys, in motion. And those passes, look, when you get easy buckets, when you get your big man contributing outside of just, garbage points and rebounding, where you get him more involved in the offense. Look, DJ's not going to start shooting threes or anything, or start shooting from 18 feet. But if you get him to facilitate the ball, as a big man, a lot of times when the big man defender that's on DJ, he's not paying attention as much, right? He's just waiting for DJ to make the handoff, stop him from driving to the basket. But, I just wish that DJ was here earlier. And obviously, it's fault of no one's. I just wish he was here earlier, because I think guys like him, they would, and Kadeem Allen, Kadeem Allen's just having a pretty good run. You just wish these veterans were on a team that kind of help these young guys grow, because they were talking about the smaller guy fighting with someone else, Mudiay, I think Friday or whatever it was, supposedly. Someone was at the game or something like that. So you just wish they're kind of here to help that culture. But, here's what it is. Good win, man.
Yeah. You know what? I really do like DJ. I know a lot of people, especially when he first came to the team, we had somebody get on the show, call into the show, and he said that, DJ doesn't play the same defense and all that kind of stuff. But, I think that, the impact that DJ's had on the team, on Mitchell Robinson,
yes,
first of all, has been great.
Yes.
The impact he's had on Mitchell. Listen, people, lauding Mitchell Robinson for what he's been doing the last, 2 months or whatever it is, 2 months. A lot of it has to do with DeAndre Jordan.
Yes.
I'm going to say the last month, really, because Mitchell Robinson, of course, he was getting blocks and things like that. But his game went to another level, in my opinion, when DeAndre Jordan got here.
Hey, Sim, can I point out one thing with that? Yeah. The last game on Friday, when Mitchell Robinson got his first foul?
When was that?
It It was in the fourth quarter, man.
Fourth quarter.
That is really, and also Dotson had a great game today, man. He only shot 3 from 10 for 3-point line. They had 25 points, 10 for 20. I mean, he's getting to the basket. He's coming off ball, and just he's playing well. Even though he kind of faded, like Vivek said earlier, kind of faded after the first quarter. But yes, DJ, what he's doing for Mitchell Robinson, man. Mitchell Robinson is using his feet well. He's making great blocks. He had a block. They couldn't even discern whether it was a block or not. They're like, oh crap, Mitchell Robinson actually had a block. Today, I can't remember the play, but DJ has been a godsend in regards to help develop Mitchell Robinson, man, because we really had no one. And our pick and roll defense is a lot better without Canner, thank God, with those two men in the middle. So, yeah, shout outs to DJ, man. Hopefully he's here. I like him being here for next year, man.
Yeah, especially on the defensive side, the offensive side of the ball for Mitchell Robinson. You know, DeAndre Jordan has really, we started to see Mitchell Robinson do some things that DeAndre Jordan does, right? Get it right in the middle, sit down right in the middle of the paint with his hands high looking for the basketball. Those are things that Mitchell Robinson wasn't doing before DJ got here. And, DeAndre Jordan's really helped in that regard. And, yeah, today, talking about DeAndre Jordan, 15 points, 17 rebounds, 7 assists. His second game in a row where he almost had a triple.
It's beautiful. But, Sim, and that's my last thing, because I know you got other people. Can we force Mitchell Robinson? I don't care if he shoots an air ball every game or two of them. I'm looking at this guy's foul shot. It's beautiful. It's a nice foul shot. This dude needs to start shooting little 10, 15 footers, man. Like, just let him shoot. Let him do something on offense.
You know what, Guillermo? I don't know if you were on at this time, but I got into a debate with someone about whether or not Mitchell Robinson, because I said over the summer, it's something that Mitchell Robinson needs to start to develop. Hitting that mid-range shot, right? Hitting it from the elbow. I got into a little debate with someone who thought that it wasn't really necessary. I just disagree with him. I think that it is necessary.
Anytime you add a wrinkle to, especially to a player that's not supposed to be doing that, you make the defense, you make your offense that much more unpredictable and make it harder for the defense. Now, imagine some guys on Mitchell Robinson. They're going to be waiting for that stupid little handoff thing. They're going to wait for him to cut to the basket for the alley-oop. Now, if Mitchell Robinson can triple threat and hit a shot in front of your face, the whole offense, that's a wrinkle they now have to account for. Exactly. Now when Mitchell Robinson gets the ball, you don't know if he's going to triple threat you, pass it off, hit a fadeaway. You have no idea what he's going to do. So it makes it harder. So and we're losing. It's not as if the playoffs. It'd be one thing if we had 60 wins. It's like, Mitchell Robinson just do the Clint Capella thing. But nah, Mitchell Robinson can shoot. I want to see this boy shoot at least 3 shots a game, man. I don't care if it misses. I don't care if it hits Clyde Frazier. This boy needs to start shooting shots, man.
Start in the post. Just do like a little fadeaway. Like a little baby fadeaway.
But listen, DeAndre Jordan doesn't really have a jump shot. But DeAndre Jordan, this is why he really is. I've been saying it for a while. He really is great. But Mitchell Robinson, because he was the same exact player, right? He was a second round draft pick. He didn't have any kind of an offensive game besides catching the alley-oop. And Doc Rivers helped him develop that kind of a low post game. Helped him to develop a game.
And he also had Chris Paul, Sim. Chris Paul, he didn't have to do that he didn't have to shoot for Chris Paul. Chris Paul was going to get you the ball. We don't have Chris Paul, obviously, but also Mitchell Robinson is clay. He's soft clay right now. He literally just got out of high school or whatever, 2 years ago or whatever. He spent here. Let this kid develop a wrinkle before he becomes this structured guy that can only do one thing. Let him expand his game, and let's see what happens. We have no idea what's going to happen. Let's see what happens. We have nothing else to lose. Come on.
Right. No doubt. Let me get around the block one time and, see what guys are thinking about.
Blackest time.
See who we got here. Yeah, my man Tony Croy ain't seen. Hey, Tony, I was thinking about calling you today, too. I was like, let me give Tony a call. And before I had to get out my car, I didn't get a chance to.
Isaiah was good. Mark was good, man.
You know what I'm saying? But, I just wanted to holler at you for a minute. Isaiah, what's popping, man? Isaiah, it's on you, bro. What's up? What's up, bro?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
It's always good to shut up LeBron James. I'll be real with you, sir. Ever since he did that King of New York crap, I've never really been a fan of LeBron, but ever since he did that King of New York crap, I was tired of him.
Yeah. Let me ask you this about LeBron James, and I know this isn't, LeBron James doesn't really have much to do with the Knicks, but do you see him slowing down?
Oh yes.
I mean, today LeBron James he had 33 points on 42% shooting, 6 rebounds, 8 assists.
Well, Sim, I'll be real with you. I think those are the stat stuffing numbers.
Uh-huh.
I think he's a stat stuffer right now, and he's slowing down. He's slowing down, and I'm like, it's Father Time's undefeated, Sim. You know that. I know that.
I know it very well. Trust me. I know it very well that Father Time is undefeated because he's kicking my butt.
Hey, you still look, baby. You still look good.
Listen, I tried as hard as I can. When I reached the age about, I was 30, 32, 33 years old. I'm out there hooping. And when I really understood that I didn't have the same, it was like ebbs and flows. Like sometimes I would have the quick step and the speed and I could go and I could jump. And then sometimes it just wasn't there. And every once in a while, somebody would, I'll be playing, I beat somebody to the basket or I go to the basket, think I'm going to beat them. And I'm like, oh, snap, he's still here. I didn't really realize what was going on. I thought, okay, maybe I just wasn't in shape or whatever it was. When I really finally realized it, I was in a game. I don't know. I was probably 33 years old, 33, 34, something like that. I don't know. I was in a game and I was bringing the ball up and I had some young guy on me. And the guy who was coaching our team was like, beat him, Sim, take him. And I was trying to take him. I really was. But I just couldn't get past him. It just wasn't going to happen. No matter what I did, it wasn't going to happen. I was, he was pressing me full court. He wasn't going to take the ball from me. Right? But I was trying to beat him and I couldn't beat him. And that's when I really realized, like, okay, I've got to change my game significantly. You know what I'm saying? Because I can no longer just, every once in a while, I can explode someone who doesn't know my game. I can beat them off the dribble. But I can no longer just beat somebody off the dribble just like boom and explode. I've got to play with the ball a little bit, maybe give a quick little pop, and then go. Or fake. Yeah, I had to change my game, become more of a jump shooter, catch and shoot guy. I was willing to change my game, unlike Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
You had to put that in there, didn't you?
That's my guy, though. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? I like Carmelo, but I was willing to change my game, unlike Melo. You know what I'm saying? Melo don't want to change his game. He's not realizing. Melo's not realizing it. You know what I mean? But you got to change your game. Your game changes up a little bit. But it's hard to accept. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's hard to accept. I got into a lot of arguments with a lot of players. You know what I'm saying? And went through a lot of frustration about certain things that I could no longer do that I thought that I could. It's very hard to accept, but you got to accept it,
Hey, man, but But
about LeBron, I don't like... It's a weird type of thing, man. Like he went to the bench and everybody had to move over so he can get to the end of the bench. It's just a weird dynamic to me with him.
Well, Sim, you know what it is to me,
it's
Sim? Weird. You know what it is to me, Sim? I mean, again, I'm not the biggest fan of LeBron because I'll say it like this. He can't be one of the regular guys, which I understand. Like, for example, I don't want to compare him to Michael, but I felt like with Michael, he'll blend in more. Like LeBron, I think he unconsciously doesn't. He tries to make it about himself unconscious. He doesn't even know that he's making it about himself. Like I remember one time he was injured and he bring wine. Like there's little things like that with LeBron that just pisses me off. It's like, dude, are you serious? You're bringing wine to the game, and it's like you make it so much about yourself, when it's not other players. I just don't like it. I mean, I don't want to make it a LeBron thing, but it's just like everything he does is about himself. I don't understand. There's this narrative that he makes players better, but then he plays with bums his whole life. That's another thing. I mean, LeBron is. I don't know. Like especially now with the defense. The defense is just so bad.
Oh yeah, his defense is bad. I mean,
And Sim, this is the thing that this is probably the number one thing that pisses me off. No one can tell LeBron he can't play defense. That's the thing that pisses me off. There's no player on the team that can yell at him and be like, LeBron, get back on defense. Or the coach. The coach can't even yell at LeBron because it's LeBron, which is ridiculous. That's why LeBron never played with a Hall of Fame coach. There's a reason why Eric Spoelstra is the best coach he ever had. There's a reason why.
Yeah, it is a weird dynamic to me seeing LeBron James in LA with those young guys. It's either he's going to get players or it's not going to last long. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way it can go. He's going to get some veteran players there or it's not going to last long. It just seems, I really did think that the Lakers were going to make the playoffs and, LeBron got hurt. Then the whole thing with the trade and all that kind of stuff really kind of ruined it. But it's just weird, man. I don't know. It's just weird.
I'll say one more thing and you can let me go. And this is and Sim, people were killing Jeff Van Gundy, even though he made a very good point. If I'm the Lakers, you have to think about trading LeBron James. I'm sorry. Jeff Van Gundy said it, and I think a lot of people, especially ESPN was livid. They were mad he said it. But Jeff Van Gundy made a good point. You should think about trading LeBron James. You should. People are going to say that sounds crazy, but I mean, if I'm a basketball person, you look at every option.
Yeah.
And
I guess they considered it, but let's get off LeBron. We'll get back to LeBron. I'm pretty sure. Let's get off LeBron. Let's talk about the Knicks because the Knicks. This Mario Hezonja blocked LeBron James' shot to secure a Knicks win today. So let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate it, man. We're gonna celebrate. I'm coming to Tony Crow because I want to hear my man. I haven't heard from him in a minute. I want to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Tony, what's popping, bro?
Yo, Black, it's time. Shout out to the chat. What's good, sis?
I'm chilling, man. How you
back in here?
Yeah, man. Glad to see you here. What's up with you, man?
Yeah, man. I'm chilling, man. I've been working.
That's what's up.
You know.
That's what's up, man. How's your daughter?
She's good, man. She's good.
Good. That's what's up, man.
I'll top it up with you, soon. But I'm glad we got a win. I'm glad we knocked the Lakers off.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean?
I gotta text my man. He's a big, he's a Lakers fan. Look, he was all over the place. When they got LeBron, it's over. We doing this, that, whatever. Yeah, I gotta let him know the Knicks just took his team out. You know what I mean? I think next year I'm gonna try to get him. Me and him gonna go to the Madison Square Garden game together, or either we gonna. The Knicks were calling me on Friday. I didn't get a chance to pick up the phone, so I don't know what it was about. I'm gonna call them back on Monday, see what was going on.
No doubt.
Yeah. My rep was calling me, so he might be, got something up his sleeve or something like that. So I'm gonna hit him up and see what's going
on. If you can, you might want to secure something for next year early.
Yeah. I'm looking at trying to. That's what I was gonna talk to him about too. When I called him back on Monday, I'm gonna talk to him about the possibility of trying to secure something for that opening night very early and start to put some things out now, right? Because no matter what happens, it's gonna be exciting opening night. You know what I mean? We're either gonna have a nice draft pick, we're gonna make some free agent moves, something. You know what I'm saying? So I want to try to get a nice price locked down right now if I can. You know what I mean? So what you think about the game today, man?
It was a beautiful win. I didn't get to see the whole game. It was mostly highlights that I got to see. But I got to see the first and half of the second quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, great win, man. Hey, I'm going to come back to you, Tony. I'm going to get around. I'm going to come to Mark. Then I'm going to go to Kareem, and I'm going to come back to you, all right?
No doubt.
All right. Hey, Mark, I'm coming to you, Mark. You ready to go? I hope you got all of your browsers cut off so your internet is good. It's not choppy, so you're not cutting off and all that good stuff, man.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Mark, what's popping, Mark? What's good?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. How you feel about the Knicks pulling out this win today?
anytime LeBron James take a dub, that's when I'm rooting. But let me actually, we could have easily lost this game because the last few minutes of the game where Caruso was taking over the game, other than LeBron James, I was getting weary and it was kind of pissing me off. But shout out to Mario Hezonja for guarding LeBron on the last 2 possessions of the game because he played him correctly.
He did.
He played him correctly. He didn't fall for that. He didn't fall for anything. He took him straight up. And I was highly surprised because, Mario defensing like that. So it was kind of luck at the same time, but that was some good defense tonight in the last 2 possessions.
You know what's crazy is for a lot of these players in the NBA, it's not about whether or not they can play defense. It's about the mentality to be a defender. And sometimes when it comes down to, it's you mano a mano versus arguably the best player to ever do it. I said arguably, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I need to step up now. I need to do what I'm doing. I really need to play. You know what I'm saying? And you challenge yourself and your body takes over, your adrenaline takes over. And sometimes you do things that you didn't know your body could do. And it's, your good defenders understand your good defenders, they just know how to bring it like that every night because they just have that mentality. You guys that's not good defenders, they don't have that mentality. It's not that they can't be good defenders, but they don't have that mentality to turn it up that notch every time they have the ball. You know what I'm saying? Your good defenders feel like I felt I was a good defender when I played ball. I still feel I'm a good defender. But the reason why is because I always feel desperate to have the basketball in my hands. When the other team has the basketball, right, I feel like I'm at their mercy, and I don't like that feeling. I want the basketball. I want my team to have the basketball. So it's like I feel desperate to get the basketball. And I think good defenders feel desperate to get the basketball back when the other team has the ball. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody feels that way. But Mario Hezonja, he did it tonight, man. He did it. He played good defense.
The thing about him, he has a fearless attitude. So it bothers me that he don't play fearless defensively because he's fearless just with his attitude alone. Just like he doesn't back down. But sometimes you wonder, like, why your defense don't match up with your attitude. That's the thing with him.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And it could be a confidence thing, man. It could be a confidence thing.
But tonight, I wanted to win. So I wanted to win. We can win games now at the end of the day, y'all, because Phoenix is winning games. The top losers is winning games. So from now on, we can win games, and I won't feel bad about it.
It's that time, man. Let's win games and don't feel we don't gotta feel guilty. I never feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. Just put it like that. I don't feel guilty.
Oh, no. I don't feel guilty.
But, for everybody else.
I want this game more than anything because, when you're watching the news cycle tomorrow, they're gonna tear LeBron James' ass, and I love that.
Yeah. Talk about that dynamic with LeBron James and the Lakers, man. It's just a weird type of dynamic.
Bro.
I don't like his body language. I don't like his attitude.
Let me ask you a question. When you watch him, right?
It's weird, man. It's crazy. It's something about it.
No, when you watch him, right? I don't think he has the effect on the game anymore like how he used to, where he could handily dominate the game. I don't think he has it anymore. I've been watching games of him where if they're not up where he could ride the gravy train behind it, you can beat the Lakers. Like, there's no fear factor anymore with him. And that's how it felt the last few minutes of the game.
Was there ever a fear factor, LeBron?
Nah, for some teams there was. I ain't gonna lie. As much as I hate LeBron, for some teams there was, and sometimes you could just see clear as day. And he that was the one thing that he has over Kevin Durant. Why people don't put Kevin Durant in front of him? There's just ways that LeBron controls the game. Controls the game in his way. That's the thing that Kevin Durant has it from time to time, but LeBron controlled it from first to fourth quarter, and you could see it coming. If you watch LeBron James over the years, sometimes you could just see it coming.
Okay. And see, this is the thing. In that 13-1 run, the Knicks went on a 13-1 run.
I wonder why the hell Caruso was scoring like that.
but I mean, but listen, the Knicks went on a 13-1 run, right, to win the game, and LeBron really couldn't do anything about it. I mean, he had some shots.
He missed 11 straight shots. He missed 11 straight shots.
LeBron couldn't do anything about it. Then, of course, he got blocked by DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, that was a safe block.
The Knicks come back. The Knicks come back, score. I think it was Mudiay to Dotson, right? And they take the lead, and then come right back down and gets blocked by Mario Hezonja.
Boy, the confidence that I see in Dotson, it makes me happy.
Dotson is playing. Dotson is playing ball, man. Dotson is
confidence. It's just like, boy, told y'all, just get that boy some time, man. That boy gonna become a shooter.
Yeah, but yeah, man, 13-1 run. The Knicks were down 9 with 2 minutes left. They were. Yeah,
that's when I got pissed off because
they were in the midst of that 13-1 run. They were able to go ahead, complete it, come back. Listen, it was a good game all around. Good game by all of the players.
It was. And the thing is too, speaking of that being down 9, bro, I like DeAndre Jordan, but bro, he has to play some sort. Like, he gives up on defense, bro. I like him, but bro, you have to play some defense, man. Lakers was eating us in the paint, man.
But hold on, I think he does play defense.
Nah, bro, no, Sim. I
think he plays
Sim,
defense.
if you go look when we was down 9, go look from when they went up. Go look at the sequence and just how lackluster DeAndre Jordan looked.
But listen, I get that, right? And you know what happens? Sometimes good offense is going to make your defense look bad, or it's going to make a person look bad, whatever it is. There were alley-oops and plays at the rim from both teams all over tonight. I don't know what it was about this game, but do you see how many alley-oops?
Yeah, it was a lot of alley-oops.
It was crazy. I don't know what it was about the game. I think defense is, of course, one-on-one defense, and one-on-one defense is,
and it's situational. It's situational too. So.
Yeah, situational. But one-on-one defense is going to be the main thing that people look at. We had. I know I always go to a story, folks. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's the way that I explain myself.
That's the name of the game, man. It's always a story.
Go to a story. One of my players this year, she won defensive player for our team. She won defensive player, the best, the top defensive player for our team. And it was a hard decision. But the reason why we chose her as the top defender, and there may have been other people who played better individually defensively, but she was the one who, when the team really played well defensively, she was the one who put it together. How did she put it together? She put it together through communication. You know what I'm saying? By sometimes telling other people where to be, sometimes calling out the defensive switches, meaning we need to be in a 2-3 because they're penetrating, or if we're in a 2-3 zone and they're knocking down threes, she might call out the switch to a man, or if we're back, if we're going to be in a 1-3-1 or a 1-2-2 and people are kind of out of position because it's on a fast break when we had to get back, she would call out and tell, you be here, you be here, you be there. And it really got us there. That's some things that I see DeAndre Jordan, he does that. Just the one thing, and I've adopted this with my players. We haven't really put it into practice yet. We're working on it, getting all the players used to it. But when he's on the foul line, and maybe this is something that he does so that he can have his rhythm on the foul line. But when he's on the foul line, and before he shoots, he asks everyone, who do you have? Who do you have? Who do you have? Now, that might help him, but it also helps that person to say, okay, yeah, I got such and such. Where is he? Let me look and see where this person is at. Let me look and see where the person that I'm guarding is at. That communication piece is essential. You gotta have that linebacker on defense in the NBA, right? And that's what I think DJ is. I think he's like that linebacker type of guy that really does coordinate the defense. So, No,
he does. He does.
And he may. I'm not saying that he's, the best defender in the NBA, right? And I, there's gonna be times when he gets beat, and he might mess up on a screen and roll. But I really see him as that linebacker back there who's coordinating the defense. That's what I like about him. That's what I like about him.
But I'm not talking about. I'm not mostly talking about the screen and roll. I'm talking about like when he's in the paint. Sometime, like when he's down there in the paint. There was times in the game today where when the offensive player going up, he don't even attempt to try to alter it. Like he would just stand there. Like there's times where I've seen that. I'm not exaggerating. And I'm not coming down on him. But for a 7-footer as big as he is, he should be at least try to alter it. Not just stand there. Use that 7-foot jumping ability that he has to alter it. Just don't stand there and let him lay you up like that. Let him change his layup when he's going out. There's times where he's just letting people just lay up on it, man. No way. You can't have that sometimes. Especially when the game is tight.
Like you said, things are situational. You know what I'm saying? But
but that was a good block on Braun, though. That was a good block on Braun.
Yeah, but everyone's gonna have some things that maybe they're faults. I think overall he adds to the defense instead of takes away from the defense.
And the only reason why I'm coming down on him because I really wanted to win the game today. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
I really wanted to win the game because I was getting pissed off when Lakers was going up, and then you had that Williams kid scoring and ones on us. Like what? Why is the Knicks always losing to these non-players? These other players with weird names. I'm sick of that.
I don't know. Hey, Knicks fans, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel right now.
Subscribe.
Ring that notification bell. You get a notification anytime that I go live. Hit me with a thumbs up. Share it out. Facebook, Twitter,
bro, just
Instagram,
tap the red button. It won't hurt.
Going, no doubt. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to video chat. Let me see. We haven't spoken to Kareem yet. I'm coming up. So see what's up with Kareem. I know he's ecstatic about the win. Kareem, what's poppin', man?
Guys.
Let's go with you, bro.
Yo, man, what up? Peace to the chat.
No doubt,
what up?
Big win today. Nice win today. I don't want to say big win, but nice win today. By the Knicks. How you feeling, man? How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. I mean, hey, first of all, I transferred all my hate from Kobe Bryant to LeBron, so I was loving everything that was going on with him. And yeah, maybe he do need to get traded. And I know it's not about LeBron, but I don't know. He's giving me that Kobe feel, how Kobe was in his last days. He was messing everything up, like, you know what I'm saying? And they just trying to wait it out. They might want to trade him anyway. It ain't about him. But I was like, Dag, there's a few things I want to talk about, but since you got to me so late, it's okay. I know it's people that have been here more than me. They got more higher seniority than me. It's all good.
I gotta save the best for last. You know what I'm saying? Try to save
I like the way you put that. I like the way you put that. You're nothing wrong with stroking my ego a little bit, you know. But but I'm happy that no one had a chance, or they had a chance, but no one spoke about Kevin Knox. So I get a chance to speak on him. I'm a big Kevin Knox fan. I've been a big fan of his during the draft process, and that's what just made me believe in the process and believe in management even more, because they actually picked. I mean, I don't know when the last time the Knicks drafted someone that I actually, or any Knicks fan probably actually wanted. A player that we actually wanted. Like usually we want somebody. I remember when Eric Gordon was in the draft, and I was like, "Oh man, we might get Eric Gordon." It's like so many different times we never got anybody. So yeah, I thought Kevin Knox very aggressive. He shows the skills that no one on the Knicks has. Like people got to remember that at 6'9". So it's like he's our matchup problem as he develops. Like right now, the reason why we struggle so many times on offense because we don't have a matchup problem. We don't have anyone that could cause the other team to have to double. I think as he progresses, he'll be that matchup problem for us. And today he was just showing, the pull-ups off the dribble. He had a nice left-handed layup. He came through the lane, switched it to the left. So I was happy. And that's the second game in a row he played well. He got into a little foul trouble, but I was definitely excited about that. And of course, Dotson, man. Dotson looking like, I don't even want to say a cheap man's, a poor man's Klay Thompson. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to disrespect him like that. But that boy is looking, he's looking like everything that we wanted from Tim Hardaway Jr. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the guy that could just, score off the ball, attack the rim and try to be as efficient as he can. So I mean, overall, I was happy with the win. I only want to talk about the trash bag, which is Mudiay. I mean, maybe that might be a conversation. Like, how does Knick Nation feel about him after this game? He had a tremendous game. He scored 28 points on 11 shots. He had 8 assists. I think 4 turnovers.
Yep.
So I mean, maybe
had a tremendous
maybe
game
that's a topic.
Yeah, he definitely did. He had a great game tonight. I don't know, when we first got on, I'm looking in the chat, this and that, and I see people, still say, oh, Mudiay still trash, da-da-da-da. But we got to give him credit. You got to give Mudiay credit tonight. You know what I mean? For the game that he played. Emmanuel Mudiay, well, speaking of Kevin Knox, going back to Kevin Knox for a minute. Kevin Knox had 19 points, 6 rebounds. And I'm so glad he at least got 6 rebounds because the last game he had 0. And that's unacceptable for Kevin Knox. But he had 6 rebounds tonight, 1 assist. It's 57% from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. He was shooting the ball like he meant it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was shooting it with confidence. He was going to the basket like he meant it. And I think he's going to learn how to do that consistently. And I really think that's the big thing. He just hasn't learned how to turn it on in his mind to do it every night. Right? And I think he will learn how to do that. Emmanuel Mudiay had 28 points. He was 8 for 11 from the field, 8 assists, and he had 4 turnovers. But he had the ball in his hands a lot.
Right.
Right. And let me tell you, and this is something that Guillermo pointed out earlier. With DeAndre Jordan being able to pass the ball, and he did have 5 turnovers tonight, DeAndre Jordan, because especially in the first half, there were a lot of passes that he tried to force down the middle, right from the top of the key. He tried to force it to some guys he's seen cutting, but the Lakers, they'd sniff it out and tap it away. But with him being able to orchestrate a little bit from the top of that key, I think it opened it up for everyone else. And tonight was a night that it really did work well for the Knicks. I mean, overall, the Knicks shot 57.9% from the field. I'm going to get to the box scores in a second, but I think DeAndre Jordan has, with what went on tonight, he has a lot to do with it offensively.
Yeah, and to I think Guillermo's point about Mitch Robinson, and you saying that you had a conversation with someone about whether he should be shooting or not. I mean, I think he will. I mean, coming into the season, Fizdale said he wanted to keep things simple for him. He didn't want to overwhelm the kid. It's things that he's already really good at, and that's what he's been playing him to his strengths. I really do, because I mean, in the offseason before the draft, he's working out with Anthony Davis's guy, and the guy, his trainer was saying he ran him through the same drills that he runs Anthony Davis through. So that has a lot to do with ball handling and shooting. So I mean, I think he's definitely going to get there. I think he's going to be the Clint Capella, DeAndre Jordan 2.0, because neither one of those guys shoot. I think he is going to be that. So I mean, that's a beautiful thing that we have someone with so much upside to look forward to. So I mean, you guys, I definitely feel where y'all coming from. I think Fizdale is a better coach than we probably even realize yet. Just as far as the development, the X and O's, and when we start playing crucial games, we'll see. Then I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know. But his development, I think that's his niche right now, and I think as time goes on, we're going to be happy to see the way a player like Mitchell Robinson is going to progress under Fizdale and management. Everyone's bigging up DeAndre Jordan being there. I think that was that was definitely on management's mind when they was going to trade Porzingis and they think about expiring contracts, yada yada. I think they definitely was thinking about DeAndre Jordan because, like you said, I was going to mention it, but you mentioned it. Yeah, a lot of people don't even realize that DeAndre Jordan was also a second-round pick, so they have so much in common. So big up to management, big up to the Knicks, big up to the fans. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the season's almost over, man. I'm just ready to get this thing over with and see, see how the basketball guys going to deal with us in the lottery, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna get to this David Fizdale interview real quick. All right.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get back and we'll talk about we're gonna talk about Mario Hezonja and his chances of coming back with the Knicks. Big shout out to Michael Parker for the super chat. He asked the question about Mario Hezonja. He said, "What are the chances that the Knicks bring back Super Mario, and for how much?" All right, Michael Parker, thank you for the super chat. We're gonna get to Mario Hezonja in just a minute. In the meantime, we're gonna listen to David Fizdale. All right, Tony, what's poppin', man? I got you on the line.
What's good, Sam? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the chat. Your blackest time.
No doubt. Hey, I'm gonna get to this David Fizdale interview real quick, and then I'll get back to you. All right.
No doubt.
All right. For those who are just joining us, as you know, the New York Knicks defeated the Los Angeles Lakers today. On a last-second block by Mario Hezonja to seal the victory for the New York Knicks. All right, so we're going to take a second and listen to Coach David Fizdale discuss today's win over the Los Angeles Lakers and in defeating a great player. This is what Coach David Fizdale is talking about in this clip. Talking about defeating a great player in LeBron James. And, of course, you know, Coach David Fizdale is going to have a lot of love for LeBron James since he coached him. Since he coached him in Miami. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's going to have a lot of love for LeBron James. Every coach in the NBA is going to have a lot of love for LeBron James, except for, you know, maybe one or two would not. But you know, let's get a chance. Let's go ahead. Let's listen to Coach David Fizdale.
Guys ended the game on a 13-1 run. Wow. And LeBron was 4 for 15 in the fourth quarter. Was that as good a defensive stretch as we had all season?
Yeah, pretty much the way we competed. You know, credit to Mario, just fighting. I mean, the guy is so dang good that, you know, Mario just battled, and I thought we did a good job of helping when we needed to.
I mean, what Mario hadn't played in 12 straight games.
Right.
Even we played San Antonio. What was the thinking Friday and then starting it against them?
I just felt like, you know, with Noah going out, it gave me an opportunity to get him back in, you know, without force feeding it into the rotation. And, you know, the timing somehow worked out for him. And, you know, he's really kept himself ready. The injury was obviously a nagging irritant, but I just felt like, you know, after talking to the staff, the guy that could at least battle him, you know, athletically, we thought Mario would be a good matchup for him.
Just knowing how good LeBron is, you know, to think you could finish a game by blocking his shot twice in the last minute, I think it was, and I imagine that's probably, you know, never expected.
No, and that's, you know, to beat a great player, sometimes you got to do the unexpected, and you got to, you know, you got to make big plays because you know that they're gearing up to make a big play. So, you know, I thought the jump ball he got was big, you know, a couple possessions before that, and then obviously to block the shot was really a big play.
What do you think of what Mudiay gave you guys the whole afternoon?
He was he was in just go mode, and I just thought the way he finished that game was great. He kept our pace up. You know, he was in the mix on the rebounds. You know, he was making every right play for us. And you know, like I said before the game, the kid has had a really good year, and I think he's truly established himself as a rotation player in this league.
How much of a lift is it for the team, particularly the way it was accomplished this win?
It's great, man, and they were pumped, and all of them were pumped for Mario because he had been going through his ups and downs, and you know, it's kind of how this group is. Like I said, you know, they really root for each other, and you know, as happy as they were to get the win, they were really happy for Mario.
So LeBron came over to you before tip-off, gave you a hug. Did he have any message for you that you could share?
Nah, it's just love. It was just, we hadn't seen each other in a while because I didn't get to see him in L.A., when we played him out there. And so it was just a big old hug. I'm going to go down and see him now before we take off. But, it's just been a while, and I was just asking him how's his family and stuff.
David, could you just assess Kevin's play tonight?
Hello, Kevin Knox. It was good to see him, play well. I know he's had his bumps, and we know it's there. It's in there, and it's just a matter of that ball going in and him getting his confidence up. But I really thought he came out with a mindset that he was going to get out of this rut tonight. The way he was attacking, the force that he was playing with, the way he was going after rebounds. I'm just really happy for the kid that he got back to feeling good about himself.
Coach, I was just curious. Mitchell Robinson had 2 blocks, but he only got about 15 minutes of game time. I thought, with his size, that might have been helpful against LeBron. Is there any reason he didn't get more playing time?
Well, DJ almost had a triple-double, so I kind of went with the guy that was playing great. And DJ obviously came up with the huge block on LeBron there at the end, but I just felt like the way the game was going, DJ was playing so well. Let him finish. That's what you do with a guy like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. David Fizdale's press conference. You heard the reason why he didn't play Mitchell Robinson as many minutes. DJ's having a great game, almost had a triple-double. We're gonna take a minute, check out some of the box scores, and then we're gonna follow up with a few things that we heard in David Fizdale's press conference. One, is Mudiay a rotation player? So I want you to think about that as we take a look at these box scores. And I want to know what you think about that. David Fizdale says that Mudiay established himself as a rotation player in the NBA. Do you agree? Do you believe that Mudiay has established himself as a rotation player in the NBA? All right, get your thoughts together while I quickly go over the box score and things. The game. So get your thoughts together, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute, and then we'll get to Mario Hezonja. All right, I didn't forget about Mario. All right, so let's take a quick look at these box scores, ladies and gentlemen. A great game by just about every single Knick. Mario Hezonja had 17 points, but tonight he shot 50% from the field. He had 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Kevin Knox, second good game in a row, had 19 points. He shot 57% from the field. It was 3 for 5 from 3, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. DeAndre Jordan, almost a triple-double, had a near triple-double. He had 15 points, 17 rebounds, 7 assists. He also had 5 turnovers, but I live with it. Damian Dotson, he played 41 minutes tonight. 25 points, 10 for 20 from the field, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. And Damian Dotson is coming into his own. Talk about guys who establishing themselves as an NBA player. Damian Dotson is definitely establishing himself as a legitimate NBA player. And I really, really hope that he's still under contract. We need the Knicks to keep him around. That's without a doubt. Emmanuel Mudiay. Is Mudiay a rotation player? That's the question. That's the question we're going to ask next. Mudiay, 28 points. He had 2 rebounds, 8 assists. Kadeem Allen, he had 7 points, 3 assists. Mitchell Robinson, he only played 15 minutes, and you heard the reason why. He had 15 points, 3 rebounds. Lance Thomas, he had 7 points. Alonzo Trier had 4 points. Take a look at the matchups. A couple of those numbers real quick. The Knicks have 41 points in the first quarter. Then they lost the second quarter by 14. They came back and won the third quarter by 1, 31-30. Then they won the fourth quarter 30-27. On the night, the Knicks' biggest lead was 11. The Lakers' biggest lead was 11. The Knicks shot 57.9% from the field, 46.2% from 3, 82% from the line, which is You know, we haven't been shooting well from the line. We've been shooting 50 and 60%. We shot 82.8% tonight. Went to the line 29 times. The Los Angeles Lakers, they went to the line 28 times. They shot 78.6%, 25.9% from three, and 48.5% from the field. The Knicks won the rebound battle, 45-35. They had 24 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks, 23 turnovers for the Knicks. And we've seen a lot of them. A lot of times the Knicks were trying to throw alley-oops that weren't there. I don't know if they've been working on it or what it was, but the one thing I say, they were playing aggressive offensively. They've had a lot of turnovers lately, though. Past few games been a lot of turnovers. But they've been playing the game. At least tonight, they tried to play today, they tried to play aggressive. The Lakers had 26 rebounds, 12 steals, 5 blocks, and only 10 turnovers for the Lakers. But the Knicks shot so well tonight that it wasn't going to matter. It doesn't matter that the Lakers only had 10 turnovers. So let's get to this question about Emmanuel Mudiay. All right, I want to know what you think about it. All right, Emmanuel Mudiay. Is Emmanuel Mudiay a rotation player in your book? All right. Has he established himself as an NBA rotation player in your book? You know, most people understand that or feel that he's probably not going to be with the Knicks this year, at the end of this year, going into free agency. You know, just the circumstances. You know, if anything, it's the circumstances. But beyond that, you know, Mudiay is Mudiay. Some people don't like him. Some people do like him. What do you think, Tony? Has Mudiay established himself as a legitimate NBA player?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think the people who liked him from his draft, coming into the draft, I think they still like him. And I think the people who didn't like him, I think he should have swayed some people. And if not swayed them all the way, you know, if they didn't like him from the beginning, they might not still like him. But I think he swayed a few people. I look at it this way. Let's go worst case scenario, and Knicks strike out in free agency, and bring back the same team, plus whomever we draft. Do you think we will improve? Do you think we'll be better next year with the same roster? And if we're gonna go off that, I think we can. And I think a lot of our players have shown more potential this year than they probably did about their career. Now it depends on how you look at it. It may be them fighting for their career, them fighting for a contract. But I think all these guys are young enough and been playing enough to establish themselves. I think like Frank Ntilikina, he hasn't been in the league long enough to show what some of these other guys have been showing. Mudiay, if you want to go back to Burke, Hezonja, Bonley, like it takes a couple years to show what you're capable of, and I think Mudiay, along with a lot of other players, have shown it this year.
Okay. Do you think will he be with the Knicks? Let's just say that. Let's just ask that. Will he be with the Knicks?
That's a circumstance thing, like you said. It depends on free agency. But to be honest, if we're going to potential and what we've seen this year, I would sign the G League point guard. Dan, what's his name?
Kadeem Allen.
Yes, I would sign him.
I would probably sign Kadeem.
Even if it's a backup role.
I'm with you. I would probably sign Kadeem Allen over Emmanuel Mudiay as well. I think I would.
But if we're still using potential and overall, like the potential of what they could be overall, I don't know if Allen could reach. Like Allen is solid. Like if I sign him, it's definite backup. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mudiay still has potential, still has size. He's shown a lot this year. I'm not even gonna lie. But if it's Kyrie, if we get in Kyrie and we don't strike out in free agency, then I would probably go with Allen. Allen's solid. Mudiay still has more potential. But Mudiay had a solid year.
Yeah, he definitely had a solid year. Regardless, people in the chat are gonna say whatever they're gonna say about Mudiay, and I get that. But Mudiay definitely had a solid year. I don't think we can take you can't take it away from him, man. He definitely had a solid year.
If we're not putting money into the equation, then I'm going with Mudiay. If we're putting money into the equation, I'm going with Allen.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there. I think with I think you have to put money into the equation though. I do. You know what I'm saying?
Then it all depends on negotiations.
Yeah, I think you have to put money into the equation because the whole thing with the Knicks is trying to capitalize and do the best that they can in free agency. You know what I mean? So I think that money has to be part of that equation.
Let me ask you this, Sim.
Uh-huh.
Out of all the guys that are free agents on the Knicks, who do you think is top of the list of as far as bringing back, if any?
Let me see. So who are free agents? Who are the free agents right now? Mario Hezonja, Emmanuel Mudiay, DeAndre Jordan. Who else is free agents?
Vonleh.
No Vonleh.
I'm excluding Jordan. I'm talking about the younger guy.
Okay, the younger guys.
Because Jordan's definitely on that list for me, but I'm talking about the younger guys.
Okay, so you're talking about the younger guys. So we're talking about Mudiay, Noah Vonleh, Mario Hezonja, Alonzo Trier. I believe it's going to be.
He's on a non-guarantee, or he's a straight free agent.
I'm not sure. Let me look it up real quick. Maybe let me look it up.
I thought Trier was locked up. If we wanted him.
Oh yeah, or I think maybe this is like a team option or something. So no, he's not a free agent. Yeah. He's not a free agent. It's like a team option, so he's not a free agent. My apologies there. Alonzo Trier. Let me see. Alonzo. It doesn't even say. So right now the free agents for next year. Talking about the young guys. Mario Hezonja. Noah Vonleh. Luke Cornett is a free agent. Henry Ellenson, Kadeem Allen, Isaiah Hicks. Those guys are free agents. So out of those guys, who would be the top when you talk about bringing a guy back? And of course, Emmanuel Mudiay is a free agent. Emmanuel Mudiay has a qualifying offer for next year. Who would be the top guy to bring back? Oh man, it's very hard to say. I think it depends on what happens in free agency. With the big, with the bigger guys, you know what I'm saying. I think it really is going to depend on what happens with those bigger guys, the bigger name guys.
Okay, let's say we get the two guys that we think we might get. Then who do you think would be best welcome back?
Okay, so if we get the two guys that we think we might get, right? We get those two guys, then yes, I bring back Kadeem Allen as a backup point guard. As now, you still got Dennis Smith in the rotation, but I'm bringing Kadeem Allen back as it's definitely not going to be Mudiay because he's going to cost too much. So I'm bringing Kadeem Allen back. Kadeem Allen makes $77,000 this year. All right. There's a lot of people in the chat right now that make more than Kadeem Allen this year. Right? Seriously. Okay. He's making $77,000 this year. And that's not to mention every time he goes and plays in another city, he's got to pay taxes in that city. Yeah. So, next year, you offer Kadeem Allen 1.3.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say he's taking it because he may have better offers from other teams. I don't know. But I think Kadeem Allen, David Fizdale already said he believes Kadeem Allen is in the future. If you get Kyrie Irving, you got to take Kadeem Allen, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what happens with Dennis Smith Jr., but if you got Kyrie at running the point, Kadeem Allen, to me, is a perfect backup. The perfect backup. He's going to be a guy that's not going to have a lot of ego and want to, complain or want to get playing time. And I'm not saying that Dennis Smith Jr. is going to do that, but we've seen the possibility of him doing it when he was in Dallas, right? But I think Kadeem Allen would be just, the kind of guy that'd be happy to be in the league, happy to play a backup role, and would play that backup role very well and can play defense. Emmanuel Mudiay, obviously, he wouldn't be here. He'd have to find some place, he'd have to find some place to go. Where would that be?
Honestly, it boils down to the money for me.
It does.
But I think if we just answer the question, it's an easy yes. But if we're talking about getting them back, it's really about the cat how much money he's willing to take.
Yeah, that's the truth. So let me ask you, where would he end up? Where do you think, if he doesn't end up with the Knicks next year, which I don't think is going to happen, that's my opinion. I don't think that's going to happen. Where do you see, where would be a good fit for Emmanuel Mudiay?
Orlando.
Okay.
Phoenix. I think there's a lot of teams that could use him, especially at I don't think he's gonna demand a raise. It's just that even what it's now might be hurting our cap as far as what we want to do. You know what I mean? If he's willing to wait and then take the scrap, but I think he showed a lot. I'm kind of with Prince on it.
Oh, I think he definitely showed a lot. There's no doubt about it. I think he definitely showed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. I think he showed a lot this year, especially looking at where his career was going. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you look at where his career was going, people were looking and saying that this kid might be out the league if he's not able to get his career back. And he clearly has been able to at least revive that portion of his career. So, people aren't looking and saying, some people are, but people aren't looking and saying, oh, he's going to be out the league. Phoenix could be a spot for him.
A big thing that a lot of people don't take into account is the situation any player is in. You know what I mean? Like you put a Mudiay on he could be a third string on the Spurs, or you know what I mean? You put him in the right situation where there's absolutely no pressure, and all you have to do is play your game, and you know what I mean? Like it works wonders.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. My man Mike Morgan, in the YouTube chat said there's an African league that's going to be starting up next year, an NBA African league. He's not lying. He is true. You know, talking about Mudiay. Mudiay is not going. He's not going to play in no African league. He's too good. He's too good for that. He's not going to play in no African league, man. I'm gonna get to the video chat, man, and see what these guys think about. These guys in the chat, they're crazy, man. I'm gonna see what these guys think about Mudiay and where he might end up. Hey, Tony, I know some other people probably want to call in. All right, so,
no doubt. I'm gonna get back in the chat in a minute.
No
doubt. The video chat in a minute.
All right. All right, Pete. All right, fellas. I want to know what you guys think, man. What do you guys think about? Where do you think Mudiay, if he's not going to be with the Knicks, where might he end up? Kareem, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to ask you first because you kind of brought it up. What do you think, man? We heard Fizdale say that Mudiay is a rotation player. Established himself as a rotation player in this league. And, you know, that's big because Mudiay, a lot of people looked at Mudiay and said that his career was, if he didn't establish himself this year, his career was done. That he could have been out the league. All right. Do you think he established himself as a rotation player in the league? I doubt very seriously that he's going to be with the Knicks next year. So where do you think, if he has, where do you think he might end up? Where would he fit?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if he's established himself as a role player in the NBA because, when you go to, in college, you're the man. Everybody's the man in college. And when you come to the NBA, you have to distinguish yourself. And 9 out of 10 times, every team already has a star. So you have to play a role. I don't think he's efficient enough. I don't think his basketball IQ is high enough. I don't think his shot is good enough. I don't think his finishing ability at the rim is good enough for him to play any specific role. You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of just go out, you kind of put him out there and close your eyes. And when it's time to sub him out, you hope that the team is not worse off than when he got into the game. Like that's almost the feeling. It's like, so I don't know. I don't know who's going to say, okay, I'll pay you $5 million because I know that you can do X, Y, and Z for me. Like his floor is so low. His ceiling might be high, but his floor right now, I don't know. But you know what? If the Nets don't re-up on D'Angelo Russell because he's up for contract and they already paid Dinwiddie, maybe he might have an opportunity to play in Brooklyn. I know they got some. I know they have money. I mean, I don't know, but I'm not saying a big contract, but I'm saying if they let D'Angelo Russell go, if somebody else signs into a contract that the Nets don't want to match, maybe he can end up there. I'm just trying to think of teams that has.
This is a big time win.
Because most teams, they're kind of set, barring an injury. So I don't know. Like I said, like some guys, like the guy on Ish Smith, like he's not the greatest 3-point shooter. He's not the great, but he could run the offense. You know what I mean? Right. High assist to turnover ratio. So I'm like, as far as Mudiay, I don't know what he's good at. Like right now, he's in the best case scenario. Maybe he might finish the season off strong, and people might take that into consideration. But he's in the best case that he could be in. A coach that believes in him. He get a tremendous time, and it seemed like he hasn't worked on anything in his game other than just getting more reps. And maybe he has a better attitude, but his shot is not. His shot we've gotten a little bit, but his basketball IQ and his ability to run the offense, it's so many passes that he leaves on the floor. When a guy cuts, he when somebody cuts off a pick and roll, you got that one split second to find him. If not, it's closed. I never see him make that pass. So I'm like, I don't know what he's great at. I don't think he'll be with us. because like Kadeem Allen is he's efficient. Like you can see what he can do. He's a defensive guy. He's always in attack mode. He got the floater. Every point guard gotta have a floater. I don't care if you 6'6", 6'7". Every point guard gotta have a floater. Mudiay ain't got no floater.
Mm-hmm.
And he has no explosion. He goes to the rim like he's playing against a bunch of little kids, and he's the biggest guy on the court. Like sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. So I don't know, man.
I see a couple people in the chat. Mike Morgan says the Suns need a point guard. Maybe he'll be with the Suns.
True. And that's if they don't get a point guard draft. But still in maybe
the Prince says Orlando, Chicago. Seeing a couple of guys said that Nameen's son said he could see Mudiay in Orlando.
They got the young boy over there, Markelle Fultz.
Markelle Fultz, got Markelle Fultz.
DJ Augustine. Right. But no, I'm saying, it's a valid question because I think he has proven that he is an NBA player. As far as a rotation player, I don't know. He got his. I don't know if his basketball IQ would ever get any better than what it is. And I'm not trying to knock him. I'm just saying, like, he just seemed like he's not concerned with developing that part of his game. In my opinion, he seemed like he doesn't come out there like, okay, what I need to work on. I need to make better decisions. He just come out there like, okay, I need to be more confident. I need to knock my shots down. Like that's the only thing I see in his game from whether he's had a good game or a bad game. That's all I really see. Like, okay, I need to be aggressive, confident, and knock my shots down. So I don't know if that's what teams are looking for in the backup point guard. So
all right,
you got me.
well, let me ask you this. What happens with Hezonja? Mario Hezonja, give me real quick. I'm gonna come on and talk to some other people in the chat. What do you think about Hezonja? What happens with Hezonja? Dude, he hasn't really established himself. He's still young player, hasn't established himself. And even if the Knicks are able, so because he hasn't established himself, he's not gonna demand that much money, right? Yeah. And if the Knicks are able to pull in some of these bigger free agents, is he a guy that you take another flyer on?
I said from early in the season. I didn't say. I just kind of piggybacked off of what Fizdale's his assessment of Hezonja was that he was one of the better defenders on the Knicks team early on the season. When he was getting a lot of play time, he was alluding to the fact that he was a good defender, and he showed it tonight. What Fizdale was talking about, of course, he doesn't show it on a consistent basis, and that's what the problem with all these young guys. Some of these young guys become more consistent than others, and that's mainly what we see with young guys. As far as Hezonja coming back and what role he might play, one thing that you can't teach the dog, and he got dog in him. You know what I mean? Like some of his he got highlights on the season where that might be his only basket. You know what I'm saying? But that's still something to work with because you can't teach somebody to have the dog in them, and he has the dog in him. What they call him, the Croatian Kobe Bryant. They call him Krobe Bryant, like the Croatian. Anyway, so I don't know. I think he has shown that he can be a rotation player if he's giving a role. Like Fizdale just let the guys get out there and see what they got. I think if someone gives him a role like Bellinelli don't miss. But if he's on a team where he's not getting open looks, he's not going to be as valuable like Bellinelli on the Spurs. So I think if he's on a team, maybe like the Spurs. If he's on a team where all he really has to do is sit in the corner and attack a closeout and get out in transition, and if we up our point guard position and we have better players, I wouldn't mind seeing him back because he is very young and his athleticism is still young. It's top notch.
Yeah.
So, and he could shoot the ball if he has time. He's been put in an awkward position to find his own shots, and I don't think he's ready for that. He might get there one day, but I think I have more faith in him coming back to the Knicks than Mudiay for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you there for sure. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. I'm gonna get to this phone call, then I'm gonna come back to the video chat. Call Leon live with Nothing But Knicks. What's poppin', man? We're talking about Mario Hezonja right now. Do you think Mario Hezonja will be back with the Knicks?
Yeah, that's almost a no-brainer, unless he gets somebody offers him a whole lot more money than we are. The guy bottled up LeBron at the end of the game. Like what? There's guys that have made $20 million off that kind of on bottling up a professional player. I mean, that guy, if we can get him for $6 million, $7 million over 3 years, or a front-loaded 2-year contract, like,
now,
if we get Kevin Durant and Kyrie, we're going to be capped out. Like, we're not going to have any more money. So yeah, you're going to have to go over the cap a little bit to sign quality guys, and yeah, you're going to have to sign Hezonja if you can. I mean, stuff like what he did today, it vibrates across the league. People are looking at him, people are going to look at him and go, hey, if I can get, look at all the players that are earning $20 million and they don't even put, they're not as good.
Right.
So yeah,
do you think he deserves right now to have a multi-year contract? Has he earned a multi-year contract, Mario Hezonja?
I think a guy who can sit for 5 games and then come in and bottle up LeBron, and then he might sit for another 3 games. It's not guaranteed. We know Fizdale. We've seen him, a guy come in, play 2 awesome games, and sit on the bench for the next 5 games. So
right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he bottled up LeBron. I'm sorry,
So you're saying off of that
LeBron
one play,
LeBron, but he bottled him up.
True.
LeBron James, and then I know LeBron James isn't LeBron James, and I know a couple of years ago LeBron James would have dunked that on Hezonja, but LeBron James is still a top 15 player in the league, and he bottled him up, and he hasn't played in 5 games.
Okay, so off of that one play, him bottling up LeBron James, not one play, but 1 or 2 plays.
No, but I mean, you want professionals in there, and there's a lot of guys who would sit 5 games, and they would come in, and they wouldn't be half as productive. He came in and got double-digit points, played, LeBron James got his points, but he played good defense, and we've seen it, but he's never had a consistent role. I mean, to be honest, if you get a Kevin Durant or whoever and Kyrie, if you max yourself out, you spend all the money this summer, yeah, you might have to go over the cap and sign a guy like Hezonja. If he's your 8th, 9th guy off the bench.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. So you think they should lock it?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, can I just? I just wanted to say something about Mudiay too, because I hear a lot of craziness. Yeah, I'll be quick.
Okay.
I mean, with Mudiay is averaging almost 15 points a game and 5 assists.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on a rookie contract still. Who do we think we're going to get next summer?
Well,
let's say we get Kyrie. Who are we going to get next summer that we have controlled for $5 million or I think it's $4.5 million? Who are we going to get that's going to be able to give you 14 and 5? And he plays pretty good. I mean, I just don't understand. We're so. I mean, if some other team comes out and gives him a $10 million deal, a $15 million deal, he's got to go. But if we can, we can give him a 2-year extension for a little bit of money.
Well, the thing about Mudiay, and we'll move on from here. But the thing about Mudiay is that you're gonna have to release your rights to him, or whatever the terminology is, in order to have enough money to sign the big free agents, right? So once they release that, now so you can forget about an extension. Now he becomes an unrestricted free agent, right? And once he becomes an unrestricted free agent, then obviously anybody, he can sign with anyone. Now, then you have to. Then you're gonna go on and you're going to, you're gonna try to get, you're gonna try to get your free agents. If you don't get your free agents, then you got to figure out what point guard. You got to figure out your whole lineup. Will he wait around? If I'm him, I'm not waiting. If someone offers me something nice that I like, I'm gonna take it.
You got to take it. You got to take it. If somebody gives him $8 million a year, you got to take it, man.
So we'll see. Hey, man, I'm gonna get around to the video chat. I want to see what they think about Mario
Hezonja. To the chat and everybody subscribe.
Thank you. I appreciate it, bro.
Best video on YouTube.
No doubt. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let me see what these guys talking about, man. I want to know what you guys think about Mudiay. I'm sorry, about Hezonja. What happens to Mario Hezonja? Wormo, coming to you. What do you think, man? Mario
doesn't really
Hezonja.
matter. Doesn't we run a glorified D League, G League team, right? So it doesn't really matter. You have Dolan talking about, these guys they're not core guys, so it doesn't really matter. I like Hezonja. You got guys on this team that they flash, right? Hezonja flashes, but he needed guidance, right? He needs to have some guidance for, don't chuck the ball, play better defense, stay on your feet. But the guy plays with some intensity, plays with some fire. He comes in, he scores in bunches here and there. But, I mean, would I like him in theory? Yes, of course I like him. I think he's a good player, and he's never had proper coaching, even since the Orlando Magic days. But is this a team that I can see him growing? When your coach says you're a glorified team, like, bruh, I'm not a tough guy or whatever, but I would confront Fizdale on that. So I don't know. I would like him here, but given how this team operates him, we think that we won a lottery ticket because KD's coming. So I don't know. He's just is gone. Look how consistent. We don't even give him consistent minutes. So I mean, I know he came back from injury, but even before that, we weren't getting him consistent minutes. So
right, yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to say. I think, if he's on the right contract, he might be a good piece that can fit next to, if these guys end up coming to play for us, for the Knicks.
But Sim, what contract would he take for the Knicks, though? If you're talking about a team, what contract would he take for the Knicks? You think he's going to take another 1 year, or would he go to a team that might give him maybe a 2-3 year cheap deal, but at least allow him to play and get minutes? Or maybe a 2 year deal. You might take a 1 year deal someplace else just to get minutes to be like, hey, I'm better than what the Knicks showcased me to be, and I can actually help a team.
That could be. Now, I don't think that could be. He seems to want to be in New York. He tweeted out, he sent out a tweet, him blocking LeBron, and it could all just be, fodder.
I love it.
But he tweeted out "Made for New York" with his little Statue of Liberty icon and a heart icon.
Right, but Sim, there's another team, and they look a lot better coaching wise. Now, I'm not saying Hezonja would turn to a star with the Nets, but the Nets run a system, and I could see Hezonja coming in and giving them 15 points, okay defense, and at least being some type of cog for that team. I know Hollis Jefferson is hurt, or whatever his name is. Or is it Levert? I always forget these two. One or two they're hurt, so he probably wouldn't be starting. But you tell me Mario Hezonja, with the way Atkinson coaches that team, coaching up that team that really doesn't have that great of talent outside of Russell and Levert and Hollis Jefferson, you tell me he couldn't come in and feature for that team? So he might go to the other New York teams, Sim, and
that's true.
Be better off.
That's true. A good point. Definitely got a good point there. Viv, what do you think? I still got you unmuted, Guillermo. What do you think, Vic?
For Mario Hezonja?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we have, as Mark, we were talking in the video chat, we have $71 million, of which most of that money, if not 95% of that money, is going to go to 2 players, of which the rest of the players are going to get, scraps of it. The MLE and whatever we have available is probably going to go to much better players than Mario Hezonja. Look, this is a nice game, nice moment, nice block shot. This will be a nice memory of his Knicks career. But look at the body of his work. Look at what we saw the entire year.
Right. But that's what makes me ask the question. He may not demand that much money.
It's not even a question of demanding.
Where he may, end up becoming a good. And I'm not saying he himself is demanding that much money. I'm just saying the market for him, he may not demand that much money because because of.
No, I understand that, but we're talking about a return of the team, right?
Right. So I'm thinking, you gotta have to put some role players around those guys.
Yeah, but here's the problem, Sam, is that once you get those two seminal players, like we'll say, let's say Kyrie and Kevin Durant, right? You get those two players, the entire mentality changes. We change from being a 13-win team that we need to win games now, and we need to have players that, that are seasoned, that can actually be a part of a system that Fizdale runs, which is going to be different than whatever we've been running for the entire season. So everybody's on the line, and we cannot be, whatever money we allot to Hezonja, we have to make sure we actually get the results out of him. And we cannot have these growing, this inconsistencies that have plagued him his entire career. There are going to be better options at whatever the rate is. Whether, let's say he's made $6.5 million this year, right? So let's say he demands, I don't know, you think $4 million, right, or even $5 million, right? There's going to be many players that are going to come here for $5 million that can do a lot much. That can be a lot more productive than Mario Hezonja is. And maybe they're not going to. They won't be like 35 years old. They'll be like maybe somewhere in their.
Yeah, I tend to think that we could, because he hasn't been productive and his production's been low. I really do think that if he was playing consistently, and we can talk all day about whatever was happening with Fizdale, I think his numbers would clearly be better than they are. I think that Mario Hezonja, if you have, because he was on Orlando, he was expected to be one of your main guys, right? With the Knicks, when he was playing, he was expected to be one of your main guys. When he was playing, he was expected to be a scorer and those type of things. I feel like Mario Hezonja has the ability, if he's playing if you got Kyrie and KD, to really be able to find a nice little niche. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no pressure on him to be the main guy. He can kind of, fill into a role, fill into a niche, come in and help score a little bit.
I get it. He'll fill in a role. But again, the question is this season really a reflection of, how do you evaluate the season? You evaluate Mario's season it has to be no better than inconsistent. There have been times that, we saw the old Mario. There have been times where you maybe saw peaks of what, were the new Mario. But then again, you saw those same peaks in Orlando. You see those little, flashes of brilliance in, Orlando last couple of years. So the question is, if you're gonna need somebody, let's say this person's the ninth man on your team, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you look at the Sixers, right? I'll put it like a playoff team, right? Their 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th players on their team are playing some sort of important role. There's a reason guys like Jonah Bolden, for example, right? There's a reason the guy, he's 23 years old, he's not getting these minutes, is because he doesn't have the consistency yet and the defensive ability to play. When we're talking for a team next year, if we're in that type of mode, then we don't have the room to work with, to deal with these inconsistencies that we know Mario's going to have. He's a young guy again at the end of the day.
But my thing is, some of those guys that you mentioned, if they had to be the main guy, I think you would see the same inconsistencies with those guys. Not
but they don't. I get that.
If when they played, because you can't tell. Like, Mario was in the lineup, out the lineup. We don't know if it was due to his play. We don't know what it was due to. Some of it was due to his play, of course. And I think those same guys, if they were on the Knicks, they would have the same inconsistencies. Because they're just not made.
Some of them would. But the problem is that I think with Mario, the other problem is that he's not really a passable defender. And when you have this team we're going to build, we need people that are going to at least be passable in some areas. The guys we're talking about in Philly, right? Guys like...
Well, Fizdale seems to think he is a good defender.
Well, Fizdale also thinks the team's a glorified G League team. So,
I know, but
Fizdale does two things.
Fizdale is going to be helping make some of those decisions. You know, I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see what happens.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, but again, I think the entire trajectory will change come July 1st. Now, if we strike out on everybody, right? If there are no free agents, then okay, do you want to bring Mario back? Sure, bring him back. But then you bring him back instead of at $6.5 million, then you can bring him back at, I don't know, $4 million and see if you can replicate it for another year. And then see what happens there. But I just think that there's more priorities you can find, and you can find better versions of Mario on the free agent market that can do things that Mario does and do it at a better consistency.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, you know, another thing, you know, about Mario is that he's still very young and could, you know, still become a decent player in the NBA. You know, when he finds his niche, when he finds a role. Guess we'll see how that goes. Mark, I'm gonna come to you, see what you say, then we're gonna move on. What do you think, Mark?
Bro, listen. I like Mario, but bro, he's too inconsistent for me. For a player of that height, that skill set that he has. He goes in and out like water. Right. And on top of that,
but let me ask you, I'm gonna ask you the same thing that I asked Viv. If he's playing, if you got KD and you got Kyrie.
All right, number one, y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand something with those two.
Hold up though.
Yeah.
If you got KD and you got Kyrie, you're not gonna see that many you're not gonna see those same kind of inconsistencies. Everybody's game will be totally different if you have those.
Of course, it will.
Everybody's game is gonna be different, and he'll be able to find. You'll be able to fit a role in for him. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Nice little role for him, and he'll be able to play that role. And like Karim was saying, you know, now he has a little bit of a role. He can excel in that role. That's what I think. You know, I think. You know, I see Troy Flett says Sim loves Mario. Yeah, I don't love Mario or hate Mario. I just
he's a last resort if we don't get anything. He's a last resort. I'm not even talking about if we don't get anything. I don't even know if I want Mario back. To be honest with you, if we don't get anything, I don't know if I want Mario back. If we get these guys, that's when I say, you know what, he might be a guy, because we're gonna have to get guys on the cheap, right? And try to get guys that we can capitalize on their value, and guys that we can pay a little and bring some value, like Kadeem Allen. He makes $77,000 this year, right? Guy like Kadeem Allen, you bring him back, you know, you could probably get him in a nice deal, and he's a guy that's going to overplay his contract. He'll have a role. Someone like Mario Hezonja, you know, maybe he's not the kind of guy that is going to be a leader, you know, going to be your main player like he was expected to be, and they hoped he was going to be in Orlando. Not that kind of a guy. I think they just want him to be more consistent. I don't think they looked at him as like a 15-point guy. They wanted his skill set to be more consistent from a night-to-night basis, more than him going out scoring 15 points.
I feel like we don't know if he would have been consistent on a night-to-night basis with this team, because so many players were pulled in and out of the lineup with how, you know, whatever Fizdale's philosophy was for this year. I feel like too many players were pulled in and out of the lineup to know if he really could have settled in. You know,
but like I said, Sam, you know what
kills me? I feel like playing against those guys, he'd be able to settle into a role. You can give him a role, he'd be able to settle in. You'd see a different Hezonja. I feel like I think
I feel like if he playing with better players, you will see a different Hezonja. But the thing, the most underrated thing about free agency and acquiring those two players, if Kevin Durant was like 26, 27, he wouldn't mind Hezonja playing with him. Because Durant is 30, he's going to be 31 when he arrives.
Yeah.
The reason why the thing with Kevin Durant is he's on a time where he's going to want to play with players that's a little more proven. He's not going to want to play with players that still having these inconsistent problems.
Right, but you're not talking about, I mean, you're going to tell me there's not players on the Warriors that have inconsistencies? There's players on every team that have inconsistencies.
Well, that's a different scenario, because he can count on.
But you're talking about
6 of their best players.
Right, but you're talking about having players with him that you can count on. You talk about Kyrie himself, obviously you're gonna try to bring in other free agents, right? You're gonna try to find a way to bring in other free agents to put around them. I'm not talking about him being your main players. I'm talking about maybe he's one of your top 8, top 9 players. That can.
Well, you see that. You see the problem is too now.
A couple of minutes that
when you have those two. When you have KD and Kevin Durant, now you have to surround them with 3-and-D players, boys that could shoot and defend. And Hezonja doesn't fit the defending mode. You have to put defenders around KD and Kyrie. So that's where he could lose out for us, even being a ninth guy. Because at the end of the day, Iguodala, as much as he can't shoot, he still defends at a high level, and he passes at a high level.
That's true. That's true.
So it's very different for Hezonja. If Hezonja showed a little more consistency with grabbing more rebounds, defending, and passing the ball, I wouldn't mind bringing him back because I can rely on him to make the right play.
Yeah,
the fact that he hasn't done anything consistently, I can't spend money on him like that. He would have to be a last resort.
But that's my thing. What kind of money do you think he's going to get?
I think what he's getting right now, I think he's going to get like at least $1 million less. I think he's going to be like $4 to $5 million next year.
He's not going to get a lot of
stock
money.
Went down.
This is the point. This is the point that I'm trying to get across. He's not going to get a lot of money, right? He's the kind of guy that would be like a low risk guy.
Oh, so let me ask you a question. So the best thing about what's going to happen with free agency when we land those two guys. You got guys like Trevor Ariza out there. You don't think Trevor Ariza will play for the Trevor Ariza just did $17 million.
But can you afford Trevor Ariza?
What has Trevor Ariza did this year to afford anything?
First of all, he's been in the league for a certain amount of time, right? So that has to do with the max. Trevor Ariza is not going to get the veterans minimum. I don't think.
He's not getting. There's no way he's getting paid over veteran minimum. He just got $17 million, and the reason why he went there because he wasn't getting that nowhere else, and Phoenix just threw that at him. He's a minimum player right now.
I don't know. I think that he'll. I
don't even know what team he plays on right now.
The Wizards.
Come on, bro.
He plays with the Wizards right now.
So you think he wouldn't? You think if KD called him? Because remember, KD's going to do a lot of recruiting
he could
for those type of players.
He could.
You know what I'm saying?
He could. That's one player. I'm not talking about Mario Hezonja being, Listen, you gotta have guys.
I don't think Mario Hezonja is your ninth guy on the bench. I don't think he's that.
I mean, who knows? But you gotta have guys on your team. I'm not putting it out that he could be back. I'm not putting it out because he hasn't been consistent like everyone is saying. But he also hasn't gotten. He also, in my opinion, I don't think anyone was, with the way that things went down this year, I don't think anyone can really show themselves to be consistent because just the way that things were this year. Guys in the lineup, out the lineup, in the lineup, out the lineup, right? I don't know if he got any kind of consistent minutes or any kind of consistency with the whole team to show anybody, to tell you the truth.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I could
actually see him coming back on a low level contract that is low risk.
That is a chance. That is a chance because he hasn't played like he earned money.
Exactly.
So that is a probability.
That's the point that I've been trying to get at. He hasn't played where he's going to earn a lot of money, so he may come at without having to give up a lot of money.
I said,
and you got a guy on your bench that maybe one day can fall into a role. Do you give him more?
Like I said, would I be mad if he came back? No. But I want to fill up my roster before I think about bringing him back.
Yeah, of course.
That's the case because when you look at the free agency and who's in there, there's going to be a lot of players just because those two players are going to come here. They're going to be able to woo players to come here, to play in New York City. Just because of the lifestyle, they're going to be able to make money, play their role, and live in a great city. So that is the advantage that we're going to have once we apply those two star players. That's the thing with the Knicks. We never applied players of that caliber to even have those type of free agents to come.
Just
with those
talking about
deals.
players of that caliber, one thing that I'm really, really scared about This is something that I'm really nervous about.
Go ahead, because I got a few of them too.
You know, when talking about these, bringing in players of this, bringing in these players, and I'm really talking about KD. Right. So something that I'm really nervous about is what we've seen with LeBron today. Right. Or
he's following his footsteps.
It's now 12:52 a.m. But what we've seen with LeBron and the way he's detached from the team, kind of. Right.
I don't think KD's like that. No, I don't think he's nowhere like that.
I hope he's not like that. But I don't even think it's not even that KD's attitude is like that or KD's personality is like that. I feel like LeBron, one of the reasons why LeBron is the way he is right now, in my opinion.
LeBron don't have his guys. That's what it is. He don't want to play with these guys.
But I also feel like LeBron is in the point in his career and his life where he's very content. Right?
Yeah, he looks content most of the time.
Yeah, he's very content. And that's why he's in LA, because he's like, okay, now I'm planning for the next part of my life. I'm planning to how I'm going to retire and what's going to happen next. Right. And so, when that starts to happen, which that seemed to happen with Carmelo Anthony a little bit early. Right. As soon as he came to New York, we've seen the articles in ESPN magazine about him being this business guy and all that's great. I never get mad at anyone about their business. And I was happy for Carmelo Anthony. I just think that I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that I think that part of that is what happened. Melo was content. He got to New York where he wanted to be.
He was always a content player. Like if you watch him during Denver, he was always a content individual. Just look at his personality. He's just always content.
He is. And I feel like LeBron right now in LA, he is content.
Yeah.
He's looking
because he's 35, 34, 35. And that's the reason why he signed that 4-year deal, because if anything happened, he's going to get paid.
He's getting paid. And but I am afraid with KD. They win a championship this year. That'll be 3 championships he has? That he comes to New York and he is exit planning. Right?
Well, let me ask you a question.
His exit from the NBA. That's what I'm afraid of.
So,
he's going to be in New York.
The thing with KD is he going to sign a 4 years or is he going to sign a 1 and out? Because that's going to play a lot.
Right.
If he signed a 1 and out and supposedly we win a ring next year, right? He signed a 1 and out. If he wants to, if he feels like, okay, I've done everything here, we still can trade him if we don't put a trade clause. We could do a sign and trade with any team. If we feel that how you feeling about it, we could always trade KD in a sign and trade.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we don't really have to. I don't worry about that type of stuff with Kevin Durant. The only thing I worry about with him is we have to have a level of buffer for him. Like there has to be a level of buffer for him, like where everything don't just falls down on him. Because even when he's with Golden State, when he loses, it's not Kevin Durant. It's gonna happen when he comes to us. That's gonna happen. So if we could create a buffer zone where everything just don't fall down on him, we're gonna be fine. But if everything start going down on him, I think about stuff like that. Because if you look at LeBron really started to get that when he left Miami to go to Cleveland. That's when everything started to ramp up. Because in Miami, he had a buffer zone. He had a buffer zone for him. Because it was him, Wade, and Bosh.
Right.
So he wasn't blamed if they lost thoroughly. Now, if KD come here, we need to create a buffer zone more than anything. Because in Golden State, he has it. He has it. When Golden State lose, they don't say, "Oh, it's because of KD." Nope.
Right. I agree with you.
Nope.
I definitely agree with you.
So that bothers me more than anything. Because if we didn't open up the other cap, that would have been a red flag. I wouldn't want Durant in that type of him coming here by himself. I don't want Kevin Durant by himself. Him and LeBron showed me something where I don't want them by themselves. I want them with cerebral superstars. like 1A and 1B, because when I looked at Kyrie in the finals, he was 1A to LeBron's 1B. Just like Curry is 1A to Kevin Durant's 1B. They might be better players than him, but their level of play, those 2 point guards' level of play, was significantly as great as LeBron and Kevin Durant in those finals. Go look. So if you don't have those type of players behind those two, you worry a lot. You worry if they could withstand being in the fourth quarter and everything falls on them. And it showed in the past that LeBron couldn't handle it when that time came, when the crunch time came.
Right.
So that is a big thing. We have to create a buffer zone. That's why I want to create with Kyrie, because I think they could play under what New York media will throw at them if they come together and you surround this team with a good team. That's why I want AD so bad, because if you bring that third player in like that, of that cerebral talent, that is a buffer zone we create amongst all three and put them in one. It's not going to be the reason why KD lost. It's not going to be the reason why Kyrie lost. It's going to be all three of them.
Right. I agree with you.
Get what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with you there.
Because LeBron, as much as great as LeBron was, he needed a way to get that amount of confidence that he started to ooze right after he won his first ring. Because I called it. I said, once LeBron touched that first goal, his career was going to take off. He was great, but he became greater when he got that goal. He got that type of attitude from D-Wade. I never seen nobody in NBA history go at LeBron the way Dwayne Wade did. There's clips of Dwayne Wade in his ear, and LeBron couldn't even look at him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of, you have to be a level of player of LeBron. LeBron has to respect you. If you look at the Lakers, he don't respect the coach. He don't respect the players. If LeBron don't respect you, bro, he's not going to play with you. He's the only child. That's how only children act. If they don't get what they want, this is them. That's an only child syndrome that he has. That is honestly.
Only child syndrome. All right.
Because when he gets his way is when he has all the stars around him.
Yeah.
When everything's on, he's happy.
Okay.
He don't get as mad. But when everything don't go his way, he acts like an only child, bro. That's how I view LeBron. He's the only child. He's the only child.
I feel you. You're right.
Him and Kevin Durant is the only child. Look how they act.
Yeah.
Look how they act. They have like only children.
Let's move on. We'll get back to the Knicks in a minute. March Madness is here, folks.
Oh shit.
March Madness is here, and it's gonna be a good one.
I got North Carolina, man.
It's going to be a good March Madness season. You know, right now, the ACC kind of dominates college basketball. You know what I mean? They definitely dominate college basketball. And I'm pretty sure in my mind, I don't know, in everybody else's mind, in my mind, Duke is probably going to be, you know, I believe that they're the favorites to win it. You know what I mean? You got the two best players in the nation probably on one team. And you know, you got some very good players around them. You know, but it's going to be exciting. And because of Zion, honestly, and let me tell you something. Looking at the ACC tournament, if anybody, and I know there's still some people who have questions, you know, and you know, say that Zion can only do this or only do that, whatever. One thing that I continue to say about players in college is that March Madness, the tournament, their conference tournaments, March Madness, this is when you find out who the players really are, right? Because this is when guys step up. This is when you know if guys can really step up or if guys will melt under the pressure. And let me tell you, that boy stepped up and played ball. He came back off an injury, and he stepped in, and he hooped. He is a guy that, I mean, you know, will it translate to the NBA? We'll see. But I'm expecting Zion to step into March Madness and kill. I really do. I think he's going to step into March Madness and kill. You're right. UNC, North Carolina, they can be a very.
They should have won. They should have won that game.
They'll be looking this. They'll be seeking. They're gonna want to see Duke again. Right? They want to see Duke again. Pretty sure of it. But Zion, man, if anybody had any questions about Zion, you can't have any questions now.
Bro, he's the difference maker by far, and it's not even close.
Yeah, and
it's not even close.
He is the reason why, obviously not the only reason, but he is a very, very big reason why there's going to be so much hype around March Madness.
Bro, he puts pressure onto teams. Like the pressure I don't see when it's just R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish. Zion puts pressure on teams' defense just because he's so active.
Yeah, he does.
It's remarkable.
When is the last time that a college player has become a household name like Zion? He has become a household name. Who's the last college player to do that?
I think Curry was too when Curry was playing before he got knocked out. He wasn't?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but
no. I'm talking about in the tournament. I'm talking about in the tournament when the tournament happened. You talking about through an overall standpoint?
I'm just talking overall. A household name. Like Zion is like. It's almost like he's already an NBA player. It's almost like he's already an NBA star. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say KD?
With the popularity of his name.
Can I say KD?
KD?
Yeah.
Let me see. KD came out with who came out with KD?
Greg Oden.
Greg Oden came out with KD. Greg Oden was a big name back then too. It was kind of KD and Greg Oden. I can't think of it. I mean, maybe KD. Maybe KD and Greg.
Well, I think Zion's the biggest star since LeBron, like the biggest star, biggest superstar in college since LeBron. Put it like that. I mean, he's LeBron, the biggest superstar.
I mean, LeBron.
Like Zion is a superstar right now.
Yeah, he's already a superstar, and it doesn't hurt that he has a built-in name. I mean, just Zion, right? I see somebody say Melo. Yeah, Melo. Melo was coming out of college from Syracuse. Melo was a household name, and yeah, it's like it's built in for him. Melo, right? That Kobe, LeBron, players with those kind of names. I'm not saying that they become great players. It's just when you have you got a marketable name, right? He's killing. He's killing the NCAA right now. He's already a household name. It's nuts. It's crazy.
I don't think he's transcendent. I just think when you have a great amount of talent around him, he's the glue guy. He's the guy that's gonna create and cover a lot of holes that your team already has.
Yeah.
That's what I think he's gonna be. That's what I think he's gonna be in the league. He's gonna cover a lot of stuff. He's gonna be to me. He's gonna be a superstar Draymond Green.
Yeah, I can imagine the shoe deal, the competition amongst shoe companies when he's finally, as soon as the NCAA
I think he's gonna get 20+ a year.
Season is over and he's drafted. I mean, the competition for him to sign is going to be great. It's going to be.
Oh, yo, JJ Redick was a house name too. Forgot about him.
He was. I mean, he was.
JJ Redick was
not like Zion though. Not like Zion. Not like. Hey Nate, go ahead.
But yeah, not like Zion. Like I said, since LeBron, Zion is Zion.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Nate. What's up?
No, I mean, you hit the nail right on the head, man. Zion has improved all season, and when he got hurt, he had a bump. And then you look at the tournament where he actually played against good competition, because ACC is one of the best conferences in college. I think they had like 8 or 9 teams in the tournament this year. I mean, he balled. I mean, and the thing about Zion is, we talk about Mitch Robinson, how Mitch Robinson doesn't know what he's doing out there. Look at Zion. Zion just gets 10 or 12 points just by dunks, by hustling, by running the floor. I mean, just imagine when this guy works on his shot, They don't use him in the post at all. That's one thing I really disappointed to see. I really want him to use him more in the post because he's such a big dude. But, I mean, the guy gives the all effort on defense. He's athletic. He's a smart player. He's a good passer. I mean, the guy is just all around a great college player. And I think a lot of his game is going to transition to the NBA.
This is ever mute.
A lot of people don't think so, but I'm telling you, watch out. This guy has got star in the making.
Let me ask this. Let me ask you guys this. Where does Zion Williamson rank in all-time college players?
Top 10.
I'm gonna open it up for everybody.
I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie.
I'm gonna open it up so we can have a conversation. All right. I'm gonna open it up. Hey,
Guamo want to talk.
Yeah, I'm opening up Guamo now. I'm opening up Viv, and I got.
You said they would say we were the top. What do you say, top?
So here we go.
Sim is
So where does he rank, or is he one of the top? Well, I'm just asking the question.
I know. I'm just saying, first of all,
there's levels though. I mean,
you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
right?
KD,
Shaq.
But look at the numbers he's putting up.
1 year.
Yeah, I'm talking like Kareem's numbers are ridiculous. Pistol Pete.
Yeah, Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson,
Grant Hill.
Len Bias, Will Chamberlain. Bruh. Adrian Danley, Tim Duncan. Let's Patrick Ewing. Yo. Iverson.
I mean, I get it. But this is the thing. This is the thing about all of those players, though. All of those players, they weren't one and done. They didn't have no one and done back then. If they had one and done back then, they may not have been the same college players because they would have went to the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then why don't we compress it just one and done?
That's why they're the best college because they was there longer.
Because they were there longer, right? So
you know what? We gotta wait because if these guys lose out, like if they lose out in the first round, if Zion somehow lose out in the first round, I doubt it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He cannot lose. He has to be in the finals. He has to be in the finals.
I don't even say Elite 8 for how hyped up Zion is. If he was in the finals, bro. Top 20 college plays, top 20, maybe top 15, he has to be in the Final Four.
But if they lose, it's not going to be Zion's fault.
If we're gonna do rankings, we have to do.
He has to be Final Four because that way that Duke team, they look like they could take it. Like you could literally sit back, feel comfortable taking Duke, winning it all. And if he goes out in the first round, he doesn't make it to the Final Four, Sim. I don't know. I can't put him in top.
Well, they're relying on
they got to worry about Gonzaga because Gonzaga could guard them.
That's a lot.
Gonzaga is the team that could beat them.
These three freshmen are good.
They got a lot of teams they got to worry about.
Look at all the Kentucky teams are very talented coming into the team, and then they face a team has more chemistry.
Yeah, worry about Virginia.
Virginia, Gonzaga, all those teams.
It ain't gonna be easy.
But there's nobody that can match up with Zion. Not that size.
Yeah, but we said the same thing about no one can match up with the 4 or 5 freshmen on Kentucky almost every single year the last 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah,
we said that nobody could match up with
Bro, Frank Kaminsky beat a Kentucky team.
I'm just saying individually, there's no one that can match up with Zion.
Are you kidding me?
Gonzaga's winning it all. Yo, chill. I'm sorry. My bad. First of all, Zion Williamson. I disagree with you, Nate. Zion Williamson has not been improving all year. He's shooting 28 or something.
But he doesn't have to shoot. He's so
he doesn't shoot. He doesn't shoot the ball.
Hold up. I'm not saying he has to. I'm just saying you're talking about improving. Zion Williamson is very exciting to watch. He is 6'6", 270, 280 at the heaviest. This is not again. This is a guy who's having flash plays. He dunks the basket. It's beautiful. He doesn't work in the post. He hardly plays all. He doesn't play all ball really. So in terms of I think we just have to temper our hype with Zion. You know what I mean? He has to go to the Final Four. You know what? Screw it.
He has to win it.
He has to go to the final. He has to win. Yeah, he has to win it to be considered top whatever. Because yes, he's gonna go to NBA. The Duke has had a great run this season, but with how they're stacked, Cam Reddish, R.J. Barrett, and Zion.
But did you see the tourney? How he just dominated everybody in that
Even with
tournament?
RJ and Cam Reddish, those are one of the best players coming out.
That was impressive. Yes, they almost lost.
Oh, yeah.
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Let's try to go one at a time. I know you guys are hyped, you know.
We all live, by the way.
But Nate, I'll tell you this: once the tournament starts, man, it's a different animal, man.
Oh, I know, dude. I know.
It's a different animal. I want to see Zion win. I like the kid. He has a good. I like him. He's a good kid. Good head on his shoulders. I like watching him play. I just feel like we're kind of overhyping him. I think the main guy, because R.J. Barrett, he's a nut.
Oh God.
He's talent.
RJ Barrett could send it having
left hand DeMar DeRozan.
I really wish he would stay another year.
He needs another year. The guy that's the guy who might be the X factor might be Cam Reddish. That's all I'm saying. Too. Because Zion, I give him space to shoot all day. I hate.
I mean, the thing I say.
When did Duke win it all last time?
I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say this.
Villanova? Yes, it was Villanova.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say. You know, I put a lot of stake into March Madness. I put a lot of stake into the conference tournaments, and
exactly.
Zion really stepped up and played some serious basketball in his conference tournament.
He was the best player on that court.
I got a chance to watch, but he really stepped up and dominated, man. And we'll see if he can do it throughout. We'll see if he can do it throughout the tournament. But hey, I'm just asking a question. Is he an all-time college player? Just
he got to win first, Sam. He got to win first, bro.
Okay.
His numbers, man. His numbers are really good.
It's just hard to you can't. It's hard to put the errors in comparison.
Yeah, go ahead, Viv. Yeah, go ahead, Viv. That's what I wanted to get to.
Because here's the problem, right, Sam? You got the high school era, which you know people foregone college, which was God knows from, let's say, time Kobe came out, right? 96 or not when KG came out, 95 2005. So that's 10 years, right? And then you just started having the one and dones. You know that became 2006 onwards. Before 1995, the bulk of the players were either 3 or 4 year players. So the mechanics of college basketball is a lot different, where you can't just say the guy's gonna be a top 10 all time, because it's, you know, if we're looking at like college players, you know, there are people who've had better body of work because they've been there, you know, they get more seasons.
They've been there longer. Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to say. Now, if you want to say Zion is probably how do you rank him in the one and dones? I mean, let's wait for the tourney then to
I would say he's one of the best freshmen.
I don't know. I have to look.
He has to go farther.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but then again, look at this, right? Like, if you look at, I'm just taking Kentucky, right? Look at Kentucky 2015. Kentucky 2015 had freshman Towns. They had Booker. They had who else? They had the Willie Cauley-Stein and a bunch of people, right? Karl Anthony Towns, I think, before the tourney, right? He was already the consensus number one, I thought. And in the tourney, actually itself, he didn't actually do that much. That was partly by design because of the Kentucky system, tends to limit players. But it's not like there was no earth-changing performance, in my opinion.
But he affects the whole game.
Okay.
When you watch him play.
But you didn't see Cat do that in any of those games. Though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He would be better than Cat.
All right. Well, I mean, it's tend to be seen. We got Tony. Tony, you're on the line. What's going on, Tony? What's your take on this, man?
Yeah.
What's your take on this, Tony? What's popping?
Nigga, Tony back.
He is a generational player. You're not gonna see Zion for probably another 10 years. So, are you asking about his talent, or are you asking about the team's performance?
I'm just asking about, you got your all-time players, Patrick Ewing, Lou Alcindor, you got your just all-time college players. Now it's hard to compare him to some of those guys because they've been
you're including accolades. We got to see if he wins it.
Right?
If he wins it, then he has to be ranked there because he's there with a Lou Alcindor, like somebody that is pretty much unstoppable. He's like LeBron if he went to college. You don't see his talent. His impact on the game is all over. It's everywhere. Like, I was one of those people that was saying that R.J. Barrett was a better player than him all around, and it would be a tough decision. Like, I wouldn't want the number one pick per se because it would be a tough decision.
Right.
And I changed my stance. I don't think you turn down Zion Williams, like, under any circumstance. He's that good. He's that game changing. The people who like knock his size, think about the things that Draymond Green brings to the table in the NBA. That wasn't even foreseen in college. Now think about Draymond Green with Williamson's athleticism, because that's what I see. I see an undersized guy that you could possibly put at the 5 in some situations.
Okay.
I see a guy that will definitely be able to play the 4 because of his athleticism, and it won't be an issue. His girth will make up for his lack of height. His athleticism will make up for his lack of height. He changes the game in so many different ways. It is very comparable to the NBA. Watching him, like, I can see what he can do in the NBA, and he's gonna be a problem.
He's definitely gonna be a problem in the NBA. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this it's a good question, good argument, and I mean, I think I do agree. We got to see what happens when we got to see what happens throughout the tournament. And speaking of the tournament, and I still got you on the line. We have take a look. We're gonna take a look at the brackets, right? And I have a nothing but Knicks a bracket challenge going on, and it's just for fun. It's a free bracket challenge. I'm gonna put the link in the I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat, and you can sign up to be part of the bracket challenge. All right, bracket pool. But here you go.
Right.
And you've seen it a little bit earlier. This is the CBS Sports 2019 NCAA brackets, and CBS Sports is where you will be able to do the bracket pool. All right, so I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put a link in the right now. I'm putting the link in the YouTube chat. So if you guys want to do the bracket, and everybody's gonna have a little bit of fun doing a bracket. You can put your predictions in now. Make your bracket out. Sign up. Make your bracket.
Hey, Sam, do me a favor.
Right.
Send the link to my phone, because I'm on my TV on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll send the link to you. Yep. And I'm gonna have the link to the bracket in the description and all that kind of stuff. All right. So we can have a little fun, and we'll follow it. Unlike I did, and tomorrow night I'm gonna update everybody on the fantasy league. And I know I didn't even do much with the fantasy league, but I'm gonna update everybody with the fantasy leagues anyway tomorrow night. We'll make sure we keep this updated. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. We're doing it just for fun, right? Nothing but Knicks March Madness bracket. So go ahead and jump on that bracket. All right. Anyway, Duke is number 1 in their in their bracket, in the Eastern bracket. Duke is number 1. They have some, listen, there's some tough competition that they're going to have to go through. They get out of their bracket. They're going to, they would have to see maybe Gonzaga in the Final Four, right? Gonzaga is, Gonzaga. Now, they got some tough people in their bracket that they're going to have to fight through, to get there. I still think that they can get there. I just don't know if there's going to be anyone that is going to be able to stop. I was about to say LeBron James. If there's anyone that's going to be able to stop Zion. I was about to say LeBron. I really don't. I'm going to tell you a team that I'm going to be rooting for that, you know, people are probably going to be like, why are you rooting for that team? I'm going to be rooting for Fairleigh Dickinson. You know why? One of my best friends, his son plays for Fairleigh Dickinson. He's a senior this year. His name is Darnell Edge. I don't know if any of you guys ever got a chance to see Fairleigh Dickinson play, but Darnell Edge, he's a point guard for Fairleigh Dickinson. He's one of my best friends. That's his son. So obviously, I'm going to be rooting for those guys to do well. So big shout out Fairleigh Dickinson. I want to see you guys. Do your thing in the tournament this year. You know, so I can see my man, so I can see his son, you know, get busy. You know, I will though. I'm gonna try to, do just live stream a little bit as much as I can throughout March Madness. Of course, life goes on, so I've got to be able to, get to basketball practice and do all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I'll try to do as much as I can to just live stream, and we can all just kind of chop it up together. Again, join the March Madness bracket right here. Link right in the YouTube chat. All right. So there we go. March Madness brackets. I show you once more. If you guys have not seen the brackets, here are the brackets. Right? Duke plays their first game versus some team, NCC, North Dakota State. All right. I'm not expecting any upsets in at least in that first round there. I'm not expecting an upset there. Be crazy if it was, but I'm not. All right. Looking at the brackets. I don't know, Tony, have you had a chance to look at the brackets?
Yeah, I seen it when you had it up earlier a little bit.
I mean, have you had it?
I don't really see them. I don't see Duke having a problem until was Florida on that bracket on the upper side. But besides them, I think Gonzaga was the only threat in my eyes until the Final Four.
And FDU, if they win their game to get into the and hopefully St. John's can beat Arizona State to get into the tournament. Hopefully St. John's can win. Right, they would have to play Buffalo. I was talking about Fairleigh Dickinson University. You know, if they can win their game, then they would have to play Gonzaga. So you'd probably be talking about an early out for Fairleigh Dickinson, but I'll be supporting them. And for those who's asking why am I talking about Fairleigh Dickinson, is because one of my best friends, his son plays for Fairleigh Dickinson. That's why. All right, and then of course
I'm with you, Sam. I'm for the underdog anyway.
Yeah. And then, of course, Duke is going to have to play either NCC or North Dakota State. So, we'll see how all that stuff is going to pan out. All right. So some of these play-in games, will be taking place. Will start tomorrow. Fairleigh Dickinson plays Prairie View tomorrow. I mean, I'm sorry, not. Well, it is tomorrow because today's, it's 1:25 a.m. Fairleigh Dickinson plays Prairie View on Tuesday at 6:40 p.m. North Carolina Central plays North Dakota State on the 20th. Belmont plays Temple March 19th, Tuesday at 9:10 p.m. And St. John's plays Arizona State at 9:10 p.m. on the 20th. I'll probably, I'm going to try to jump on live, with that St. John's game. All of those are playing games. So you got the first four, playing games, and they'll be playing in to try to see if they can match up against some of these 16 seeds. So we'll see how that goes. See who's going to be playing who. All right. We'll see who's going to be playing who. But go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put it once more in the video chat. Sign up. Jump onto this bracket challenge. We're going to do it to have some fun. Maybe, the winner at the end, maybe I get them some Knicks tickets or something like that. Whoever wins at the end. We'll see what's going on. But anyway, it's late. It's 1:26 a.m. The Knicks defeated the Los Angeles Lakers today. Nice win, and I'm glad. Glad that the Knicks caught that win. Very happy. Travis Fisher, you said, did I catch up on my sleep yet? Yes, I have. I did catch up on my sleep. Thank you for asking. I caught up, man. I feel much better. I feel good. I was really exhausted the past few weeks, Tony, because I was just so much going on. I was just super exhausted. You know what I mean? And I mean, I missed so much sleep. It was nuts. It was crazy. You know what I mean? I was super exhausted, but I had a chance to catch up on some sleep, and I feel good now. So, and now the next couple of weeks, I got a chance to relax a little bit. I mean, I still got work to do with some clients, but I just get a little bit of a chance to relax and don't have to be so stressed out about getting stuff done for these clients, man. I get a chance to relax a little. Before I let you go, what do you think about the Knicks versus Toronto? Can we repeat this performance?
I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but like I've been saying, I just want to see progress in the young guys, man. We really didn't talk about Knox had a really good performance tonight. That was good to see.
Yeah.
Mitch been on a tear for the past, 17, 18 games with the 2 blocks per game, at least. I mean, that's really what the rest of the season is about. Progression and progression, especially with the guys that we know are going to be back, the guys that are under contract. And, that's the most important thing to me. And I don't care how many wins we get, as long as we in that bottom 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and listen, we're gonna be in that bottom 3. Ain't no doubt about it. We are gonna be in that bottom 3, man. Because I don't see us like jumping off and going on some crazy winning streak.
I don't either, but I'm saying it'd be nice to get maybe 5 out of the next 13 or something. 6 out of 13 and still be at the bottom, but get some wins and see some progress.
Right. And look,
that's all we could wish for. We can lose every game, but if we see Knox perform, we see Mitch perform, we see Trier perform, we see the guys that we know are going to be here next year for sure. That'll be satisfying for me.
Right. Listen, the Knicks have 14 wins. They're 14-56 on the season. They got 12.
We got to beat 17.
Yeah, 12 games left to the season. That's the only thing I want to do is beat 17. That's I want to beat 17. I don't want to have the worst record ever. I want to beat 17.
That's fact.
See if we can beat 17. At least get 18 wins. That's what I'm looking for. See if we can get 18 wins. Yeah.
Shout out to the chat. I know you're about to get off. Hit me up whenever you get a chance. Tonight, tomorrow, whatever.
All right. It's good. Right. No doubt. All right. Peace. All right, man. Let's talk to these guys over here. I want to find out what you think about the Knicks versus Toronto. Can we pull off a shocker? You know what I'm saying? Can we pull off a shocker? You're shaking your head. I'm talking to you. What's up, Nate? Hold up. One second. There we go. All right, go ahead, Nate.
No way, man. Toronto's playing really good ball right now. It's just, no, it's not going to happen. I would like to see them at least stay competitive, but I mean, right now we don't have the firepower to match Toronto.
Okay.
And Toronto plays really good defense too.
The Toronto Raptors have already locked down a playoff berth. They've clinched a playoff berth. They are currently 49-21, fighting and trying to claw their way back into the, to win the Eastern Conference. The Milwaukee Bucks are 52-18. And they lead the Eastern Conference. As a matter of fact, the Milwaukee Bucks have the best record in the league at 52-18. The Golden State Warriors are 47-21 to lead the Western Conference. The Denver Nuggets are right below on 1 game behind them at 46-22. Toronto Raptors, they're fighting for that spot. Is there enough time? I guess there's enough time. I don't know what their winning, what their record is versus the Milwaukee Bucks, but they're fighting for that spot. Right now, the Raptors in the last 10, they're 5-5 in the last 10. They've lost their last game. But I kind of agree with you. They're going to come out and fight. If I'm the Knicks, I'm really trying to play a spoiler, trying to spoil some stuff for some people if I can. But, the Raptors, they know this is, they're trying to be number one in the Eastern Conference. This is a gimme. This should be a gimme for them.
They're just a loaded team. That's just really what it comes down to.
It should be a gimme for them. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. Tough for the Knicks to pull off a win here. I just want to see the guys perform well. If we can come out and perform well, I'd like to see them shoot again. Shoot 58% from the field again. I'd love it. Viv, man, what do you think? Any chance that we pull off an upset versus the Raptors?
The only way to pull off an upset, Sim, is if Kawhi sits out because of load management. If not, I mean, if he's not, then I doubt it. They have, granted, they do have Kyle Lowry. I don't know if he's even playing tomorrow, but he may be. I'm curious to see if Kyle Lowry is out. There's like a hair of a chance, but I still doubt it. I think these road game after home games, especially back to back, they actually really hurt the team.
Yeah.
From an energy standpoint. I think they somehow played well today because they had a day. Well, what was it, like 1 day break basically? But it wasn't that bad. But I think that they're going up, and then the travel is what kills them.
I didn't like the schedule this year.
The schedule this year, the schedule this month actually pretty bad because they had way too many like random home games in the middle of road trips.
Exactly. Yeah,
and that's what killed the energy. So I don't see it. I'm actually trying to look. I would guess Lowry's not playing. Now Kawhi Leonard. Let's see if Kawhi Leonard's playing. I could see Kawhi. Actually, there's a chance. I'll tell you this. There's a chance. I think Kawhi's going to rest tomorrow.
Think so?
Yeah. As part of load management, he's going to rest because he played today. And Kawhi doesn't. They don't play Kawhi back-to-backs for some strange reason. So, and I think Ibaka's still out because of that crazy brawl. When he choked out Marquise Chris.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But I think the last game of his suspension is tomorrow.
Okay.
So they just have Danny Green and a combination of Marcus Hall and some other people. So yeah, I don't want. Let's not rule him out. I want to rule him out.
Yeah, this load management stuff. Travis Fisher said load management is the stupidest thing ever. MJ would never. This load management stuff, man.
Load management is the dumbest thing ever.
It's crazy.
But I just see them pulling. I see players just pulling it off. I could see Kawhi doing it on any other team too. So
yeah.
I hate it, but it's terrible.
And they're in the middle of battling for playoff positioning as well. It's crazy. You start.
Oh wait, the Raps are. I thought the Raptors are comfortable in their number 2 seed. I thought.
I mean, maybe they are. I would think that they would be battling for home court advantage.
Well, I just thought the distance between 1 and 2. I mean, obviously they'll try to win, but I think the distance between 1 and 2 is still at least 3 games.
I mean, yeah, they're 3 games behind. All it takes is, Milwaukee is 52-18. They've lost. They're 6-4 in the last 10. They lost their last game.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking strategically speaking, if I'm Toronto, right? If I were to get the number 1 seed in the situation, right, then you end up having to face one of Indiana or Boston, or I guess I'm trying to look at strategically speaking where they don't want to be in any situation where they have to face, I guess, Philly but I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe they play, maybe they don't. I mean, they could, again, they also have a bunch of vets. Even if none of the guys play, they could still play well.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I guess number 2, they'd have to play. They'd have to play who? 6 seed. They'd play Detroit in the first round. I guess
and they got Siakam. Yeah, I forgot about Siakam. He's the most improved player candidate. So
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I think Siakam will have a big game though. He'll probably have a big game against us.
Yeah. Okay. I like Siakam. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Guillermo, what do you think?
Toronto?
What do you think?
Sim.
First of all, any chance we pull off an upset?
Sim, this was our finals right here for this team. We are not beating the Raptors. There's just no way in hell. We might get blown. We might show some in the first half. There's no way in hell. There's too much energy expended on this. LeBron James, we got it for this game. We made a comeback that, we're not winning. We're not beating that Toronto Raptors team, man. They got too much size, athleticism. They run a well-oiled machine right now, man. We ain't touching that. So.
Okay. I mean, probably not, but I'm hoping for a win. I want to go out and fight and try to.
I always hope for a win, despite what the people in the chat room think. They think I'm always pessimistic. I love my team. I would love us to win. I hate the tank. I hate the tank, but just seeing how Toronto's playing right now, nah.
Yeah. All right, and Mark.
The only reason I gave him a chance is because I think the other guys are gonna be injured, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Mark, you there?
Mark.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so what's your take? Any chance? I mean, you getting mad at me saying that he hears me, but I'm asking him a question he's not answering. So
there's always so much beef between these two, just for a simple response.
I'm not. I want a dub, but yeah. There, man. They are stacked. That Toronto better make it to the finals. Man.
Are you breaking up, Mark? Mark breaking up. You got too many windows up, man.
Mark, yo.
What? I'm talking.
All right.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
You hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now you said what about Toronto? You said they got what?
I said they are stacked, man. From their bench to their start lineup?
They are. They're stacked squad.
I would be highly pissed off if they don't make the finals this year. They have to make the finals. But I want the Knicks to win tomorrow.
So you think all right, so what are your chances looking at Milwaukee right now? They have the best record in the league.
You see, my man Brogdon went down, man, and he is so good for that team. I'm not gonna say that they won't win, but he's a big piece of that team for what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still put them because they have the offense and the defense. They have discipline, and they have one of the best players in the East. Because at the end of the day, I'm not betting against Kawhi, because I think when Kawhi gets in those settings, he just becomes a whole different player, defensively, offensively, and he just controls the game in ways that it is just beautiful to watch. So I would have Toronto, then the Bucks, and the Sixers are my sleeper. I need Celtics to lose in the first round, so I know Kyrie's going to leave, because I think if they get further, I think he's going to stay with Boston.
Oh,
I'm hoping Celtics lose in the first round. Yeah, that has to be.
With the way things have gone for Boston this season, I wouldn't put it past them losing in the first round. Really.
Yeah, I need them to lose in the first round. I'm hoping for that more than anything in my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them losing in the first round. Right now, they'd be playing Indiana in the first round. That'd be in Indiana.
Sam, what's so crazy? Indiana might have home court. I think Indiana could take them.
That's crazy.
I think Indiana is that good that they can take them. Sim, I watched Indiana the other day, Sunday. Defense is something different.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know. Their defense is their defense is crazy.
Let me tell you something. The Celtics aren't a scoring team. People think that they're 100+ scoring team. No, they're not.
Yeah, but when they get that ball moving around, Mark, when they get that ball moving around, they become dangerous.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Is more of you hoping, or is it going to happen?
That's a good point.
You get what I'm saying? Indiana takes a lot away from these. Yo, I have much respect for that defense. Their defense is that great, bro. It is playoff great, and I think they could knock them out. I think they could, bro.
We'll see. Look, I'm looking at Mark's face. You guys might be able to see it, boy. Mark got a he not grinning from ear to ear, but he got this look on his face like I think they could. Like he really wants Boston to go down to make sure that Kyrie is disgruntled. He really wants him to go down. I can see it, man.
Because I can't gauge Kyrie. If I was able to gauge him, I would say, Boston can win all the games they want. Right. But I need them to get out of the first round.
I hear you.
And I think Indiana was a goaltender away from going to the second round. So let's not forget about that. And I think their defense is that stout enough that they could go against the Celtics. Okay. It's going to be a gauntlet, but bro, I think they could stop a lot. What Kyrie does, I think they could tone it down.
All right.
I watched too many games with them.
Kareem, is Kareem still here? Oh, here he come. Here we go. Hey, Kareem, what's your take, man? We got a chance of upsetting Toronto.
I doubt it highly, Sim.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man, we're still without Frank, man. I miss Frank. So, man, he seemed like a figment of my imagination right now.
I don't know what's going on with Frank, but
we're down DSJ. It's not. I mean, listen. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan to the heart. And anything is possible, like Kevin Garnett said. Anything is possible, but I don't think it's possible that we're going to win that game. I mean, unless they sit. I mean, they got. I don't know, man. They're a real strong team. They're a real strong team. And they're just getting better with Marc Gasol and. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if anything, man, I'm just looking for a good fight from us. I'm looking for Kevin Knox to step up because. I don't know who was guarding him. I don't know if LeBron was guarding Kevin Knox or if it was Kuzma, but he came out like he was ready to get whoever was guarding him to business. I
think Kuzma was guarding him a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, either way,
still.
The Raptors have a lot. They got a lot. Individual defenders.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On their team, they got OG Anunoby, of course, Kawhi. They got the guy that might get most improved player this year.
Siakam.
I can't remember his name right now.
Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam. That's just three guys that can guard almost any from 1 to 4 on that one team. So I don't see how we can beat this team. And like I said, with Mudiay might have 10 turnovers. Like, you just never know with him. If I could at least count on the fact that somebody was gonna, protect the ball, and we was gonna, at least give ourselves a shot. But I see turnovers. I see us getting turned over, and I see us putting our fight up like we usually do. But I just think that their defense and our indecisiveness from our lead point guard position is going to be our fate. I mean, it's going to be the death of us. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
cool. All right, man. All right, Nate. Yeah, what was you gonna say real quick?
Do we still do last words, Sim, or did you change it up? I forgot.
Yeah, well, we haven't really done last words of it. Well, we have. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Sometimes it's just the last words overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to just chime in on Mario Hezonja. Hey man, he had his garden moment. I wish he played defense like that all season. For some reason, he just he decides to play defense when he wants to play defense. And he did a masterful job against LeBron James today. You don't really see LeBron James getting rejected like that on last shots. So, kudos to him. Watching tape and all that, and how he plays and all that. So, just want to give him a shout out to that, even though he's probably not going to be on the team next year. But
yeah,
hey, that was his garden moment.
That's it. That was a shining moment. Big shout out to Travis Fisher, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And with that, Nate, we're going to go ahead and sign off, man. I would like to get around one more time to get to everybody, but it's kind of late, man. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know a lot of guys got to get going. But if you want to just say something real quick, and then I'll sign you off and go around and get everybody. Get just like 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Hey, let's not trade the number 1 pick to the Pelicans. Let's keep Zion and Mitch Robinson. That's our future backcourt for the next 10 years. So I believe in those two.
All right. We'll see if we get that number 1 pick, man. Peace, Nate.
Peace.
All right, Mark, you want to give us some last words real quick? 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm coming right now.
10 seconds.
I'm coming right now.
Give us 10 seconds. Last words. 10 seconds. Go ahead.
I love tonight. I can't wait for tomorrow morning when I get up and watch television, when LeBron James get all his slander. So it's a great night. The Knicks got to win. I hope we get the win tomorrow. Good night, guys.
All right, man. Peace. Viv?
Yep. Last words is
Yep. 10 seconds.
It's a great night. And I'm like Mark, looking forward to all the ESPN being sad, and hope for a victory tomorrow.
No doubt. All right, man. Hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow night.
Sounds good. Peace.
All right, peace. Guillermo? Oh, hold up, Guillermo. 1 second. There you go.
Yo, you the real star tonight, Sim. You kept us here till 2. This is a good chat, man. And LeBron James ain't no leader, man. He ain't no king. He ain't no GOAT. So salute to you, man. And hopefully I'll be here tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
See you, bro.
Peace. All right, Kareem, you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, give us a quick 10-second last words.
10-second last word. I'll say, hey, great win for the Knicks. Everybody just keep their fingers crossed, because the lottery is definitely a crapshoot this year. But not as far as this season is concerned, we can't say that the Knicks won too many games, or that we did everything that we could do. So everybody just stay positive, and hopefully that positive energy will transfer over into the lottery balls.
No doubt. All right, man. Thank you for taking us out of here. We're about to end it off tonight. Peace, man. Appreciate you.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying up with me. It is 1:49 a.m. So before you go to bed, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share it out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you got, share it out there. And my last words for tonight is enjoy the victory. Be happy. We got a nice victory over the Los Angeles Lakers. Watch March Madness. Make sure that you join the the bracket challenge. Watch Zion. He could very well be a Knick. Right? But just love and enjoy basketball, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say. I'm out. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow night after the Knicks play Toronto. Peace.